Shit, I copy and pasted the sister location overanalyzed and I forgot to take out the timestamps. Fuck. Hold on. Alright, hello chat. Greetings. This fine night. My hair is a mess, but it's fine. Oh well. Anyway, I started a little early because the Dawko teasers I wanted to get out of the way real fast. Here we go. Some Pokemon music. Put that below there. Put that below there. Lovely. Okay. So, let me expand the size of this just a bit. Nice. Okay. So, wrong mic. Hello? Is it still bad?
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Am I
back? I should be back.
Hello?
Hello? Looks fine on my... It sounds fine on my end. I'm confused. It's still ass.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
now it's better?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry, chat. Well, there's two of me because I was testing it. There was two of me because I was testing it. There was two of me because I was testing it out. Okay. So we should be fine now. He's in the field. Is it better now? Is it now? Is it good? Is it fine? Is it fine? How the fuck? Okay, please tell me this fixed it. Please tell me that fixed it. It's still okay. Jesus. Okay, hold on, chat. I'm confused.
Why are you giving me money? The stream's lagging. Stop. That's insane, dude.
Afton is the greatest writer on earth. He makes Tolkien fucking look like a worm. Afton is the greatest writer on earth. He makes Tolkien fucking look like a worm.
How about when I'm on this scene? When I'm on this scene, is it fine? I switch scenes. Is it fine on this scene?
Hello. Hello? Hello? Hello, chat. Am I live? Am I live? They're trying to silence me. I'm so confused. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Chat, type 14 if it's fine now. Type 14 if it's fine now. It is me. Okay, thank God. Okay, listen. I have never touched the settings once in my fucking life. I have absolutely no idea what happened. I have absolutely no clue. I have never even tickled the settings of the mics I use. That is bizarre. I'm upside down. Ho ho ho! Yes! Huge! I'm in a square. I'm in a square now. Yes, we're sister locationing after that tragic intro. And add this again. And then make it ginormous. And then put it under there. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And then the last thing I have to do is add audio output capture and set it to cable output. I lied. Audio input capture. Okay. Can we hear the music now? We should be able to hear the music. And then I should be able to actually start this piece of shit. Oh my god. Alright, finally! That took forever. Okay. So... now that we're here... check it out, guys. It's the little mimic vacuum, as it were. I like the way this guy looks. I think he's cute. So this is the first teaser that Steel Wool was doing shit, right? For Dawko's charity stream today. And so there is... so let's analyze. There is this guy. He's so cute. I like him. There is a tape measure, not a tape measure. There's a tape roll to the right. There's also a plant to the right and a lamp. 2 curtains. But you can't see because my webcam is here, but you can see my mouse. There is one curtain right here, and then if I were to move my big ass head, there's another curtain right there. There is also Mr. Huggs. I don't see any like patterns. It just looks like a normal rug. The rug that this is. It does look very high end though, which again, this does not scream he's broke. This doesn't scream the Mimic is broke. Not the Mimic. This doesn't scream Edwin is broke. Yes, I did donate $50 and say 14, but he didn't read it, so I was very depressed. I was traumatized. Okay, and then when we play it, we give him a little pet. Pet his ass. And then he woos. He woos at us. And then there's a big ass hand over here in the right side of the screen. Spooky hand of spookiness. That is believed to be Jackie's hand as well. So interesting. It looks like a prop as well. You know, chat, actually, these kind of look like eyeballs, don't they? Like, look. Eyelid, pupil, underscoring eyelid, eyelid, pupil, underscoring eyelid. Can I click off this on my screen? Here we go. Underscoring eyelid, pupil. Oh, sorry, underscoring eyelid. You know, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, my mouse isn't on screen. I'm an idiot. You see the patterns above his head are kind of like eyeballs. There's a pupil, and there's like an eyelid, and there's a pupil. That's interesting. And that's all. The graphics look incredible. This is the best looking game Steelwool has put out as far as FNaF goes. Like this, you can see the grime on him and everything. I'm hoping it'll be optimized okay. I'm worried it'll be shot.
Not late. I'm not late.
You're live.
Oh, live? What's up?
Hello.
Let me get Caitlin in here.
Okay. Let me make sure. Let me have chat make sure. All right, so Cryo's here. Let me make sure you guys are like not. My audio was immensely fucked when I started this.
No, we're Caitlin's here now. We're good.
Chat, do they sound like ass or are they okay?
Yeah, are we good, bro?
I mean, I always sound like ass, so.
Type shit.
Chat, say, I don't play video games no more.
Video game no more.
Never play video games. Some guy just because gifted fucking $40 while I had a prehistoric mic. I wasn't even doing. I was like, hello guys, can you hear me? And he just gave me money.
Why?
I don't know. He's like, I love mediocrity. Yeah, why does Bonnie shirt kind of make me look? I'm wearing a Bonnie shirt from fucking Etsy. Probably stolen fan art, but
we love the Etsy merch. Or Etsy merch?
Don't
Hello, Etsy merch.
Don't Ferolian slip.
Nah, that's just the truth. I'm gonna be real. I haven't been awake long enough, guys. My sleep schedule's backwards.
Bro,
okay,
why
right.
do you have 200 viewers already, by the way?
It's because I'm the goat dreads.
Bro, you have 200 people watching this.
It's the Mimic.
I guess it's 9 p.m. on a Saturday. That's actually not
honestly,
that bad.
these are worse numbers than I usually get. MatPat peaked at like 500. The Game Theory reactions, I had 500 live viewers for that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yo, that's insane.
You've been sleeping on the T-Dreads farm, the content farm.
Yeah, I must have been, dude. I'm out of the loop.
Okay, this is the first one. The second teaser is what me and Withered Circle were fighting about on Twitter, which is this motherfucking bear with his bitch-ass bow tie, right? The big top showroom.
I have not actually seen any of this, so what's like confirmed that we know about this?
Diddly weird. Oh, never mind, guys, look, it's the hand thing. Let me zoom in for chat. It's
in
the
about
same.
20 years, we'll be able to see
chat,
it too.
Yeah, we cannot see this shit yet. Hold on.
Shut up, chat. Can you see it? It's the hand propped. It's the hand prop from the other teaser where the guy was. You can see it underneath the birthday showroom. Oh, it's Jackie's hands. That's so cool. It's Jackie's hands. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you, Sam the Bag Man. What is the secret of the dread? Push-pull legs, cardio.
This fucking guy.
A couple banana. Usually a banana in the morning. I can't eat breakfast. I get so like bleh when I'm eating breakfast. Never play video games except for a little bit of God of War. Oh, is the stream dead? Did I kill everyone? Oh no, we're good. Okay, transform, fit to screen, and then zoom. I'm a technological whiz. Okay.
Good job.
So anyway, chat. 230 viewers, holy peak. Okay, what I was thinking was, and here's why I was mad. It's because I was like, all right, so from what we know about Fazbear Entertainment as a company, they would be on his ass for doing this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If he was like, and here's my own bear called Mr. Help Bear, and he has a bow tie and a hat. Fazbear Entertainment from the FNaF 2 days would be up his anus.
So here's what I'm going to say about that, actually, because I'm thinking about it. Do you remember the description for Ned Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, knockoff Freddy Fazbear type beat.
Yeah, it's like a nut, but it's like just far away enough to avoid copyright or some shit. I think the same thing is happening here.
So it's probably that. The weird thing that some guy on Twitter pointed out to me is that Bonnie and Fredbear are straight up just on the outside of his factory, which makes no fucking sense.
That's weird.
Because
I
that would
think
imply that Fazbear Entertainment is directly funding the entire factory, which is not what the hand unit guy says in the trailer.
No, but if he's working closely with them.
I just don't think... Okay, so if it's owned by Henry, it could be different. Because Henry might be like, sure, use the characters, I don't give a shit. But then as soon as it gets possessed by someone other than Henry, like the company, they'd be like, no more, they'd be Scrooge. This is the original incarnation of Helpy, though, chat. Mr. Helpful is his name. It's called Mr.
It just makes
Helpful.
me think of that meme where Winnie the Pooh gets more posh.
There is
Winnie,
also, I believe, the coffee maker is back there. That there's some fucking thing with like a bow tie on it with a cup next to it. So that might be the coffee maker. What is weird to me, though, is looking at this, Cryo. Does this scream to you, Edwin is broke as fuck?
No, nothing here makes you think Edwin's broke.
Nothing here makes... He's got neon fucking signs, Disney World decorations, lush red curtains.
Like, that's the thing. This whole place has to be funded by Fazbear for any of this to make sense.
And in the story, he's getting fucked. He's got no bread, no bitches.
The entire purpose of the entire reason the mimic happens is because Edwin is broke as fuck. That's like the whole point of it. So they're not gonna they're not gonna change that.
So I'm saying Edwin. Wait, that's not his name. Evan from Steel Wool. Right? You're like, if you've read the books, you don't know the full story. I fully expect the opening of this game to be Edwin walking in to Walmart and winning a lottery ticket grand prize. Because how is this happening?
No, I don't think so. I think that the main difference we're going to see here between like Tails and the actual game is that he didn't sell out to Fazbear. He contracted with them, and therefore he wasn't able to, he didn't end up...
But that in and of itself is like a massive difference that changes everything.
That would deconfirm Tails' games. And Withered Circle will be found dead.
Not correct.
Yeah. I mean, I want that to happen. That'd be awesome. Gibby thought this was a premiere.
Gibby, you thought I made a video in one night? Crazy. All right.
Yeah, the three of us together could do it.
So that is what my thoughts on these are. There's an original Helpy. I'm still confused on how any of this is happening, because Edwin should not have the ability to do this.
He's either contracted with Fazbear, or this is like years after the events of the Mimic, and they've just like reclaimed all of his assets, and they're just using his name.
It's a fake Mimic.
So that they can avoid liability.
All right, chat. Well, I suppose we have to get to the main event now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, chat. Let us discuss the main event of the day. So
wait, can we stall some more? My food's gonna be here in like 5 minutes.
Okay,
Bruh.
fine.
Okay.
Chat, what do we think about Ohio and Riz? Do we like Ohio and Riz? I sure love them. Oh, yes.
I love him.
One. All right.
One.
Chat count.
Okay, I have to go to my post chat so I can find the what started it all. Also, Ryan Toast said he was going to be here and he's nigh to be found.
Wait, Ryan Toast is
Back to
blowing up?
him.
No. Yeah, you wish. No, in chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm Jesus?
You got the memory of a goldfish.
That'd be sick.
Bazinga.
Affectionate, but he has the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah. All right, hurry up and get your food. Summon it. Thank you,
Summon
Tyrion.
it. Hold on, let me just send a message and just say drive faster.
Look like a worm. Okay. Oh my God! Hyperdroid gave me $4 whole.
Let's go.
Ha! Suck it, Hyperdroid. I'll get at least 2 of those. What's up, Hyperdroid? I was in Hyperdroid's like Discord DMs the other day, like, wait a minute, why is it say this in the source code? What does it mean?
Was mean.
And then I was literally watching GT Live with Cryonide at 4 a.m.
Dude, it was bad.
Also, yeah, Hyperdroid, you can join the voice chat if you want, but I know in your time it's like 2 in the morning or something, so you're probably like,
Yeah, it's the ancient times over there.
Can you say honk shmee
You're
me me?
inviting my arch nemesis into this VC right now.
Yeah.
Hybridor's your arch nemesis?
Yes.
For why?
Real ones know why. Real ones know why.
I guess I'm fake.
Anyway, chat, yesterday on Twitter, sorry, I gotta start, I'm losing viewers. So anyway,
yeah, no, you're fine.
yesterday on Twitter, there was a hit tweet you can see down here, 4:51 p.m. May 30th, 2025. It got to 45,000 likes. And so Freezy up here was going through the game audio in Sister Location, and they shared this this audio clip, right, from the game files. Now listen, hear it out. It's gonna sound great. You're gonna love all the noises. I smile every time I hear them. Let's give them a little listen. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. We love hearing that. The fucking crunches and shit. Yeah.
Sounds like squishing a living beetle.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, ah, ooh, ooh, delightful. So, this, there was some war going on in the comments. So there were some people that thought that Freezy was lying and that this audio was not in the game at all. There were also people that were like, no, this is in the game, but I don't know where. So, sorry, I've been at work all day. I'm sore. We have been,
Do what you gotta do.
or the other day, we looked into it, and this audio is indeed in the game. It is in the game, as far as we know, in 2 specific spots. That's it.
We heard it.
That's it. We could not find it in more than... and I looked back through the game today on my own. I could not find this sound effect in more than 2 areas. So this is, in fact, real. This is, in fact, in the game. It is slowed down, much like the 1, 7, 8, or whatever the fuck she says. It's drastically slowed down. But this audio effect is, in fact, in the game. It is labeled... I think it is labeled as guts. I think the stock sound name, the legal name of the stock sound, is human body damage.
In the game files, it's definitely guts, though.
Yeah, but I think the game file name is guts. But if you were to go on like soundscape.com and look for it, it would be called human body damage. But it's called guts in the game. Now, this gave me the ultimate boner of sorrow, because I was thinking, right? Because this is what this person says. They say, okay, you can hear Elizabeth's flesh and bones breaking inside Circus Baby. And I'm thinking, well, if we are going into the Sister Location bunker a bajillion years after she actually gets scooped, the juiciness of that child's corpse would likely not be as potent. So I was
a juiciness.
Yeah. So I was maulding.
Yuck.
I was maulding because I was like, oh fuck me. Does this mean that like Elizabeth gets captured like 5 days, like a month before we go down there? Does Sister Location Night gameplay happen before FNaF 1 and 2? Does Sister Location Night gameplay happen in fucking 1986? I was cooked, right? I was dying. And so I came in tears. I came in tears to Cryonide. I said, Cryonide, oh no!
Timeline isn't timelining.
The timeline. I said the timeline isn't timelining. All right. Now let me go back to me and Cryonide's DMs because I forgot what I sent to him, but I won't put it on stream.
We were talking a while
because we swore numerous times. All right, let me. Do you know that written swear words on stream are more likely to get you demonetized than spoken ones? Isn't that weird?
Wait, dead us?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's very
easier
strange.
for it to recognize them.
All right, chat. So, yes. Okay. So I was thinking, what alternative is there? Let's say that I desperately don't want this to be Elizabeth's body, because if this is Elizabeth's body, that means she probably died like 12 milliseconds before this game and didn't even get scooped. Yeah, that would be mid. So the alternative to me was that the Funtime animatronics are consistently kidnapping new children. And I thought, well, that's backed up by what she says in this minigame. She says, something bad happened yesterday. There's something bad inside of me. Baller impression. And that quote backs up that idea that there is literally a new child's corpse inside of her. Not Elizabeth. Entirely different little girl or little boy. Scooped and put inside a circus baby. And I was thinking, well, that would mean that in between nights, the animatronics are going out and getting kids. So, I pulled up the Sister Location source code. And let me do that for you guys. Let me pull that up for you really fast. So, looking at this, right? I'll pull up on stream just now. Add source, add new source, image 1, and right here. Looking at this, chat, with the idea in mind, with the idea something bad happened yesterday, I had the thought, hold on a minute, why the fuck would Scott Cawthon give us this random-ass chart in the source code anyway? To reveal the names of the animatronics? To reveal the simple fact that this is a rental business? No. This chart is happening the exact fucking week that you work. Now, some people suspect this, and I actually searched this time, FNaF Reddit, so don't roast me. I looked it up, and nobody has actually ever been able to prove that the game happens that week. Until now! Because, let's go in order, chat. Let's go in order. Alright? So, let's go through the gameplay, right? We'll go through hand units dialogue. Okay?
Yeah.
Hand unit dialogue, sister location. Hand unit audio. Night 1, chat, and I'm gonna keep this chart down here for us. Let's go, and I will prove to you when this game happens. Welcome to the first day of your exciting new career. Whether you were approached at a job fair, read our ad in Screws, Bolts, and Hairpins, or if this is the result of a dare, we welcome you, blah blah blibbity blah. Allow me to fill this frightening silence with some lighthearted banter. Due to the massive success, and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment. Unlike most entertainment venues, our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day. And it's your job to get the robots back in working order before the following morning. They are scheduled to be sent out as soon as Michael goes upstairs. So here's how the game works. Michael goes down, operates. Michael goes up. Sister location animatronics go up. Capture kids, go down. Michael goes down, operates. Sister location animatronics go up. Capture kids, go down. Michael goes down, up, and repeat infinitely. That's how the business is structured. So, let's see here. What do we do? What do we do, chat? I'm asking you. In 5 nights. You can see it, it's right here. It's right here. Chat, what do we do in 5 nights at Freddy's sister location to neutralize the animatronics' aggression?
You're going to give them 30 seconds to answer.
I'm going to keep going because I don't want to do that. Good call.
Okay.
Controlled shocks, right? Now, chat's talk about will cut. That's cooked.
Not again.
Move this over here.
Yes, again.
All right, so chat, so the first night, let's see what we do. The first night, this is the Ballora Gallery. Give Ballora a controlled shock. So on night 1 of the game, we're instructed to give Ballora a controlled shock. That's 1.
They know it's controlled shock. They got there.
Yeah. All right. Funtime Foxy. Motivate Funtime Foxy with a controlled shock. It's not acting right. That's 2. Both Ballora and Funtime Foxy, for some reason, aren't acting right on night 1 of the game. We go to Circus Baby, and Hand Unit instructs us to give Circus Baby a controlled shock. That's 3. Baby, Funtime Foxy, and Ballora, all on the same day, aren't acting right, and Hand Unit instructs us to give them a controlled shock. And then, night 2. There's something missing here. We are not instructed at all to go and give Funtime Freddy a controlled shock. Only 3 of the 4 animatronics get a controlled shock that day. Only 3 out of the 4 need repairs. And Funtime Freddy's the one that doesn't. Night 1 of Sister Location is Wednesday on this chart. Baby, booked. Ballora, booked. Funtime Foxy, booked. Funtime Freddy, available. The 3 animatronics that are booked need to be controlled shocked that day because they just went out and kidnapped kids. They are agitated. Funtime Freddy was available Wednesday morning. He didn't go anywhere, so he doesn't need to be shocked on night 1. So that would mean night 2 of Sister Location is Thursday, right? Where all the animatronics are booked. Guess what we do? We visit all of the animatronics on Thursday. We start the night by shocking Ballora and Funtime Foxy. Then, Hand Unit has us go to Circus Baby's control gallery on night 2, where the Biddy Bad minigame happens, and attempt to shock Baby. And then, we go to Funtime Freddy's breaker room and fuck with his shit and reset him calm him down using the Bonnie hand puppet. So, we visit all the animatronics on Thursday of the week, which is the day they were all booked.
Just to say it for chat, because I see them asking, this is why we know that it's not Monday. Because we shock all the animatronics on night 2.
Yeah, we shock all we shock all the animatronics on night 2.
Otherwise, we would not do anything to Baby.
Yeah, we shock all the animatronics on night 2. That's how we know it's Thursday.
Now chat is talking about how we never shock Funtime Freddy, and we're about to get into that.
Yeah, well, we do go to him, we use the Bonnie hand puppet on him, right?
Yeah, well, we're about to explain what's happening with Funtime Freddy.
Yes,
this is night 2.
Should we keep going? for the rest of the night?
Yeah, keep going with night 2. Keep going with well, there's more stuff that happens on night 2. Because like we shock. We have to explain what Freddy's doing.
Okay, well we have to. We don't know that until later though.
Okay, we can hold off.
That's in night 3 dialogue.
Okay.
All right, chat. Chat.
Trust us with Ready.
Ready, chat? You're absolutely right. We don't shock Funtime Freddy on night 2, Thursday, even though he was booked. So, chat, would you agree that if we didn't shock Funtime Freddy, then according to this chart, on night 2, we wouldn't have done our job? So at the beginning of night 3, due to your lackluster performance yesterday, your pay has been decreased by a substantial amount. No other point in the game does Hand Unit say you did a bad job. Only on night 3, because the previous night, your performance yesterday, you didn't do your job. You didn't shock all the animatronics. There wasn't enough time. You had to spend all night working on the breaker so that by the time your shift is over, you're fucked. Time is up. Night 1 of Sister Location takes place on Wednesday of this chart. Night 2 of Sister Location takes place on Thursday of this chart. Which means that Night 4 of Sister Location takes place on Friday of this chart. Wouldn't you say, chat? Or sorry, Night 3. Night 3 takes place on Friday. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, Baby is available. She didn't go out tonight. Let's go check out the Night 4 dialogue. Here we are, night 4. Or, sorry, night 3. I keep mixing them up. Night 3, I'm really sorry. Night 3. Aha! There is no need to check on Baby tonight. This is the only time Hand Unit ever specifies there's no need to check on Baby, or any of the animatronics. Night 3, you don't need to check on Baby tonight. Go right to Funtime Auditorium. Why wouldn't we need to check on Baby? Because she's available. She hasn't kidnapped a kid. The remnant inside of her isn't activated on Friday, because she's available that day. So Hand Unit instructs us, don't visit Baby. But the problem, Funtime Freddy, we do have to go and fix him. We do have to go and fix him on night 3, Friday, and he's available. However, what do the technicians, what does Hand Unit say about the technicians? Let's see. Let's investigate, chat. Let's investigate.
Yeah, go get a look. Go get a look.
Yeah. Let's see. Here we are. The first thing he tells us on night 3, really. It became necessary. Oh, yeah, sorry. Due to unforeseen malfunctions from today's shows, not parties they'd be booked for, shows that they do open house in the bunker, your nightly duties will require you to perform maintenance that you may or may not be skilled enough to perform. It became necessary for technicians to attempt to disconnect Funtime Freddy's power module. They were unsuccessful. Allowing them to try again would be an inefficient path forward, as we would need to allow 6 to 8 weeks for recovery and physical therapy. They need to disconnect his power module. Chat. The last night, why the fuck was Funtime Freddy in the breaker room? He is eating the power from the entire building, and he got incredibly energized. And so the technicians need to try to disconnect his power module and are unsuccessful. Since you didn't do your job last night, you didn't shock him, Windows notification jump scare. Since you didn't do your job last night, these technicians, you didn't shock Freddy, these technicians have trouble restraining him. He's too strong. You haven't neutralized him. So he's able to overpower the technicians, and that's why even though he's available on Friday, we have to operate on him because we didn't do our fucking job on Thursday. Are we following? Are we following? Because so far, this is pretty solid. This is pretty solid so far.
It's really fucking solid so far.
We didn't shock him because the power in the building went out. He was able to eat up all the power, and we failed to neutralize him and keep him weak like we're supposed to do after they get rented out that day, so they don't get too angry at night. However...
And because he was overcharged, they had to remove his power module.
Mm-hmm.
Gibby literally is doubting in chat. Gibby, we have an explanation for this. You're shot. It's over. Give it up.
Surrender.
Surrender,
Gibson.
chat. Night 4 would be Saturday, when both Baby and Ballora are rented out specifically for a private party. And Funtime Foxy and Funtime Freddy are in maintenance that day. Night 4 begins, specifically, with Baby and Ballora in the same place. And Baby is shit-talking Ballora for doing a bad job that day and not knowing how to pretend. Baby and Ballora are in the same place, the scooping room, this night. And that is the night after the private party, when Ballora gets scooped. Right? We do not see Funtime Foxy or Funtime Freddy ever again after night 4. You don't see them. You can just go. You can just go to night 5 room because this is maintenance day for them. So around this time, they are being or have been scooped, right? Saturday and Sunday are reserved for you start scooping the animatronics, and then you clean the scooper. There's specifically in night 5, it says, you've entered maintenance hatch 1B, reserved for repair of the scooper. So part of maintenance is cleaning the scooper. So we could say on Saturday, the scooper is used, and on Sunday, the scooper is cleaned. Now, Ballora is the animatronic that gets scooped that day. And I am forgetting the lines. I had to go down probably. Let me see if I wrote some notes down. I did write notes down for this. Do you guys? Am I forgetting something?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a big point I'm forgetting to mention here.
You haven't shared the doc with us.
Discovered that each night.
You just did it on stream.
Hold on. Oh yeah, we got Caitlin's evidence. I'll bring up about the shocks in a second.
Yeah, we have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do not see a body in Ballora at night 4. The scooper though also is literally like a flash of fucking lightning. That thing is fast as shit. Could scoop you out of there in prime time. So anyway, chat. Anyway, let me bring up this again. So, Baby and Ballora specifically go to a party that day, which is why that night Ballora is brought down because there's something wrong. The technician says, it seems like these things can't go a day without breaking down. In reference, specifically, to Ballora, who, correct, hasn't gone a day without malfunctioning, because she's been booked every fucking day. There are no available days for Ballora. So yes, she would be tweaking out every night and needing controlled shocks because of what she's doing to the kids when she goes upstairs. So like I said, 100%, the gameplay loop of Sister Location, fully active business. Michaels goes down, fixes the animatronics go up, do something to kids. Go back down, Michael goes down, fixes It's a loop. It's a gameplay loop each night. It's a business. You literally go in the night they kill people and neutralize the angry spirits. Yep. And that's why the maintenance work. Yes, that's the point. Thank you. We did bring that up. I forgot. Yep. That's why the maintenance workers come down on night 4, because night 4 is a maintenance day. The only day that maintenance workers come down, they're hanged on night 5, which is a fucking maintenance day, and they come operate on Ballora on Saturday, which is a fucking maintenance day. They're never seen any of the other days, because Friday, no maintenance. Thursday, no maintenance. Wednesday, no maintenance. They're scheduled 2 days a week. So, Sunday, all of the animatronics are in maintenance. Again, the technicians get hanged, right? These are probably almost definitely the same technicians that were here prior, right?
Yes.
The ones that were in the room. And I'm thinking that Hand Unit has a particular bit of dialogue. Now, chat, let's remember the wording Hand Unit uses when the animatronics go out, right? So first he says, Circus Baby had a busy day today. Funtime Freddy was performing shows today. And on night 5, when all the animatronics are in maintenance, isn't it funny that Scott simply uses the language... Trying to find it.
Do you have the Google Doc open?
No, I have this open.
Ah.
Night 5, Hand Unit simply uses the language. Circus Baby had a rough day today and is in need of repair. Hand Unit is acting like the animatronic is sick and is needing a day off work, is needing some maintenance. There is no indication that the animatronics have gone out. And another thing, ready for this? Night 5 is the only night where you click the light button and he doesn't tell you to controlled shock them. Because they haven't gone out. It's a maintenance day. You don't need to shock them. They haven't kidnapped kids today. Chat, remember. Night 5, you click on each of the buttons, but Hand Unit doesn't even bother telling you to shock them, because you don't need to today. They haven't been rented out that morning. Now, chat, as if this weren't enough, right? Why would she have a rough day if she didn't leave? She's pretending. She's faking it. She literally says so. Jax Laddle. She literally says, I'm pretending. Didn't I say I could pretend? She's pretending to be sick. She's taking a day off work. So anyway.
She's bullshitting.
Yes, she's bullshitting. Anyway, let's go back to Wednesday. The first night of the game. Because you know what's funny about Wednesday? Is that...
What's funny about Wednesday?
That's that when you go to Circus Baby, the controlled shock works on Wednesday. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you shock Baby once. Hand Unit tells you to do it again. Yes, Gibby, something bad happened yesterday. There's something bad inside of me, because the previous day was the private party. She was rented out the previous day. So like we're saying, no, the previous day was not maintenance.
The previous day was private.
Are you blind?
No, Gibby. She says that on night 5.
She says that on Sunday. She said that on Sunday. The previous day would have been a private party.
The day before, at her private show,
she kidnapped somebody. She kidnapped somebody.
Yes. And she was there with Ballora. That's why she's shit talking.
That's why she's shit talking Ballora specifically. It's because her and Ballora were the only ones to go to that party where Ballora fucked up.
You know, Ballora fucking sucks at her job.
Ballora can't pretend. She's an idiot. We went out to that party today.
She's about to get her shit rocked,
and then she gets her shit rocked.
Yeah. Literally. So anyway, Gibby's wrong. However, on Wednesday, you shock Baby 2 times, right?
Yes.
And Hand Unit says, shock her again. You shock her a 3rd time. And Hand Unit gives up. He gives the fuck. He's like, okay, baby, I guess it worked. Very strange. The hand unit AI is programmed to allow you to shock Circus Baby 3 times. And after the 3rd time, you stop trying to shock her. Mamakato,
Chat.
why would this be?
Let's let chat guess first. Let's let chat guess.
Why would this be? Why would this be, chat? Why would this be?
Why would you only?
Why
be
can you
able to
only shock animatronics 3 times?
3 times.
Think about the future.
What is Gibby saying? Whether 11 p.m. the previous day was yesterday if it's 2 a.m.?
Gibby, I need the dick you smoke. Wait, what? Don't worry about out of service.
Calmest FNaF discussion be like. We'll get to out of service later. We'll get to out of service.
We will get to out of service. Chat, why do you think shocking more than 3 times is a bad thing?
Gibby got it.
Oh,
Gibby's got it.
Gibby got it. Gibby got it.
Holy shit, Gibby.
Because if you shock them, yep. If you shock them more than 3 times, it damages the salvage value.
It damages them.
Salvage value. That's a double meaning, chat.
Mm-hmm.
The value of the salvages is that Henry wants all the spirits in one place, not dissipated, not weakened, blah, 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 blah. So, William Afton, in designing Hand Unit and the Sister Location Bunker, has done this. Okay? He has hired... Thank you, Sam. I get the MatPat thing a lot, actually. Yep. So... he hires a night worker, and the night worker does one particular thing. Now, funny enough, in his video about Sister Location, complains that it is very boring and you only do one thing. Yes, because that's what the night worker is hired to do. Every morning after the rented out animatronics are rented out, your job is to go down there and shock them, so that any new kids that may have been put in them, or any way that the remnant has been aggravated, is neutralized that day. You never, not once, shock an animatronic that is available. Right? I literally told you guys, you can rewind the stream, watch it again, more watch time, yeah! You only ever shock animatronics that are booked, and it matches up perfectly. The one day you don't do that, Hand Unit tells you you did a shit job. Your performance yesterday was lackluster because they were all booked and you only shocked 2 of them. So your pay is decreased that day. Hand Unit never roasts you again because generally Michael does his job, just not on Thursday, night 2. Right?
Yep, that's the day he fucks up.
Yes. So, God, oh my God! All right, I think that is the schedule theory.
That is schedule.
That is. Yeah. One more thing. Gibby, another point. This absolutely matters, and I'm absolutely correct. And there is so much evidence, and there's no way you'll ever talk me out of it. Including, there is no reason for Scott in the source code not to specify which one is Funtime Foxy from Funtime Freddy unless you can figure it out in the game, which you can.
Yeah.
If this was a one-off source code, it wouldn't be 2 Funtime F question marks. Using context clues from the game, which takes place Wednesday through Sunday on this chart, you can tell which one is Funtime Freddy and Funtime Foxy because of the ones you shock on certain nights. Out. Yes.
Yes. We can talk about out of service later, Chad.
Yeah. We will talk about out of service. For now, what I will say is, you can see the chart. Out of service is not a condition. The chart maker is wrong. You see on the right here, he puts booked available private maintenance and out of service on the same side. He's wrong. Out of service is never used as a signifier for the animatronic status. Out of service is its own animatronic.
Yeah, that is
not a status. It is not a status condition. Yes. Out of service is its own animatronic. Chat, are we following so far? And is this better than cry theory? I think so. Every cry theory contains within it the seed of a schedule theory.
Why is Funtime Foxy so unpopular? No, you're reading it wrong. Funtime Foxy's booked all week. Freddy's the one that's always
Funtime
available.
Freddy's unpopular. Funtime Freddy's the unpopular one.
Out of service it's not Chica. I'll let you know that right now, Jeremy.
No, Chica. It's not Chica because she is in service. Just somewhere else, which we'll get into later.
Bro is saying Yendo.
All right, well, let's stop here and talk to chat for a bit. Chat.
Yeah.
Would we say that this is at the very least solid? I would. I would say this is pretty solid. In fact, nothing you guys have said so far contradicts it. Aside from Gibby not knowing that 2 a.m. one day you can still say yesterday and mean yesterday morning. Like you can go at like 2 a.m. to Circus Baby and she'll be like, something bad happened yesterday. And she's referring to like 9 a.m. like the previous day. Crazy, I know. Oh.
I think Gibby's saying he wants to be let in.
Why am I view botting? I'm just that optimal.
Yeah.
There's no bots.
Honestly.
No bots. You just mad you can't get views like this.
She's just like one of the funniest people that we know, bro. Gibby, you want in, bro?
No, I don't want. He's gonna derail everything and be like, I hate you, Gibby.
Okay.
You're gonna destroy everything.
Okay, TD's arch nemesis is Gibby. Got it.
You can comment though, because if you join the call and disagree with me, it's going to decrease my hype moments and aura. So.
Yeah, you should rewind the whole thing and like the stream. Chat, why do we only have like 100 likes?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we have 100. We have 100 likes.
300 of y'all
There's
doing?
like 900 of you.
Yeah, what the fuck are y'all doing? Step it up. Get your clicks up.
Honestly.
Yeah. I can't tell if Tack is trolling or not.
We got 100. You're blatantly view botting.
Hyperdroid can join. Hyperdroid, you literally have access, don't you?
I'm pretty sure anyone can join, right? Hold on.
I
wait,
think this is
let me
a
see who's
private.
allowed
It is a
on.
private channel, so I might need
Oh,
to
I can't
invite
see who's
Hyperdroid.
allowed on.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I can't see
Hyperdroid's
Hyperdroid.
not allowed. All right, Hyperdroid, enter. Enter Hyperdroid.
Yeah, pull up.
Okay, I pull up.
Can you instead add Gibby but Surfer Mewtwo?
That's really funny.
All right, they do think it is a solid theory. Okay, mod, smite him. Smite him. Cryo, I know you see him. Smite him.
Oh yeah. Oh yep. All right.
You lost. You're mad you can't get views like the dreads with my charisma and physique. You don't have this physique.
Get fucked.
You don't understand.
86,000. That's tough, Tack.
86,000 seconds? That's crazy. We have to
Needs to be
move him.
moved
How do I
in.
move him?
Just drag
Just
him in.
click
Just
it.
like-
Oh my lord. Alright, Hyperdroid's
You
here.
gotta- there he is, there he
Hyperdroid's
is.
here now. Hyperdroid's here.
What's up?
Hello?
Yeah.
Why did he become like Spanish? What? What?
That's Spanish? What?
You just said it. You just said it really weird. You just said it really weird.
Damn, Jesus.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Welcome.
Spanish now, I guess.
I want to say that this is 100% correct, and this is confirmed.
Yup.
I really like that point that you ended on there. You should have said that last night, but the point of Funtime F, there's being 2 of them, and that not being clarified unless you play the game.
Yep.
Like that's really strong.
You hear
I
that,
actually
Gibby?
really like that.
Watch as my physique gets even
Yeah,
wider.
Gibby.
Ah,
Watch as he gets bigger.
my theorist physique.
Fierce ego getting boosted.
Mm-hmm. Chat, what Tack
I
was
agree
really
with it.
trying to say is that y'all need to like the stream, because 100 likes
I'm
on
saying.
420 live viewers, that's diabolical. What are you guys doing?
It's true.
Chat, if you like the stream, I'll tell you who out of service is.
At 150 likes, we'll talk about it.
By the way,
get us to
Hyperdroid-
150 likes.
Wait, do you have an answer for that? I don't.
Yup.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff we didn't tell you.
Okay.
Wait,
Yesterday.
we're at 166. Wait. Get us to 200.
Get the likes to 200 for a free cookie. That's the promise.
What is happening in chat?
I don't know. They're saying to ban someone. We have not discussed quote unquote criminal institute yet.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we forgot. We forgot about that too. Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Mrs.
we'll
Trap.
get there. The source code is something else.
Look,
They're
Dawko.
slurring in the chat. What's going on?
Who's how? How did they slur? It's I thought.
I gotta turn on live chat instead of
That's
just
crazy.
top chat. Maybe don't.
Gibby,
Oh,
do your
hold on,
job.
I'm seeing
What do I
one.
pay you for? Ban these people.
Yeah, I do see one. I do see one from Nerdy Boy. Yeah, you got to get packed up a little bit.
Okay. I think he's jealous of my physique too. All right. Okay. Also, the someone before you crafted it into a hiding place might be on like the Monday or Tuesday guy.
They're seeing parallels.
That makes
Okay.
sense. Well, if Wednesday's night one,
Yeah.
Mondays has a similar schedule, so you would assume it could be the same thing.
Yeah. So it
But
literally
can we figure that out from Freddy?
it literally lines up perfectly. There is not a single night where the events and like you don't
Yeah.
shock Freddy on night 3 like you're supposed to, and then Hand Unit roasts you and calls you a bitch on night 4. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like come on.
It does line up pretty well.
Why do I have so many weirdos today? I did put this on FNaF Theory Twitter that I was would never do.
No.
So they probably they're coming in droves. I now I know what it feels like to live in Gibby's shoes for 1 minute. Just
Bro,
nonstop
they
getting
censored the word
lampooned.
parallel of the chat, bro. Look at Mr. Cheese.
That's good. Okay. But chat, you may have noticed we only went over one source code. There are more source code clues in this chart. And that is when we'll get to actually, should we just go over what we think out of service is now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think we could have figured this out at the time. But given the week before, it seems very obvious that Foxy is the perpetrator of the bite of 87. I know that's still a topic of debate. Would we all on this call agree that that's the most likely one after the week before? Hello?
They'll kill me if I say my truth here.
Oh, you
Say
think
it
it's
anyways.
Mango? You think it's Mango?
No.
Say it.
No. No. I don't think it's
Fine.
Mango.
I'll put
They'll
Gibby
kill
in
me
the
if I say
call.
my
I'm gonna
truth.
put Gibby in the call, but he's gonna disagree over some stupidly small reason, and I'm gonna lose aura. Gibby, join. It's in the top secret recording booth.
He's gonna deflate your ego.
He's trying to ruin my hype moments. I can't believe this.
That's so Gibby coded.
Everyone type hype moments just so my hype moments don't get deflated.
Everyone give us aura.
Oh, we did hit 200. We can tell them who out of service is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I was saying, I think, and I'm always right about everything ever, including cry theory, that Rytos is here. He finally made it.
Listen,
And Gibby's in the chat.
listen. I'm an idiot. Can you just start over? No.
No! It would take an hour. I spent an hour explaining it.
No.
Watch time.
I feel like I speak for half the chat who wasn't paying attention when I say on night 1. Are you looking at this little chart? Are you saying night 1 takes place
Wednesday
the
night.
line between
Wednesday.
the line between Tuesday and Wednesday, or the line between Wednesday and
it takes place on
Wednesday and Thursday.
No line. It takes place on
Okay,
Wednesday.
listen. No. Listen. Gibby, let me help you.
Yeah.
Counts as
Look,
Wednesday.
no. Hear me out. I got this.
Yeah.
What you're seeing, that schedule is the daytime schedule.
Yeah.
So the day Wednesday,
Yes.
Baby Ballora and Funtime Foxy were all booked.
Yes.
We go in at night and we reset them. We fix
Yes.
them up. That's why we do
Yes.
nothing to Freddy on Wednesday night.
Yes.
Because he was available that day.
Okay, so night 5
Is Sunday night.
is
Sunday
after
night.
Sunday, so everyone was
Yes.
maintenance that day.
And no one
Yes.
goes out because no one
Yeah,
went
that's-
out. Yes, no one goes out on
Okay.
Sunday.
But on Sunday night, if you say yesterday, you mean Saturday.
Yes.
Yes, but it's after midnight, and this is kind of why I said this in the chat. I'm like, it's only derailed if you're saying that last night doesn't count as yesterday if it's after.
Yeah, but like if we're not doing
No. I'm gonna have to tell him to suck it. I'm gonna have to sell it. Sorry, he says Hand unit says, Circus Baby had a rough day today. Today has been 2 hours. No, today's been 0 minutes. We go in at midnight. Today's been 0 minutes.
And also the what do you call it? The Enid boss fight starts at midnight, which is only
Oh shit! Rightos is the Avengers.
God.
The Avengers is coming in.
Rightos wants it on the call.
He's in.
All right,
Get
that's
this
my
guy in
question
here.
answered.
Ryan Toast. Yeah, Circus Baby had a
Oscar,
rough
you're
day
getting
today. Has today been 0 minutes long?
12:01. Circus Baby has had a bad.
Bro, no, not
It's in a
even,
bad
because Ender
minute.
Night is at midnight. Ender Night is at 12
Yeah,
a.m.
literally,
so
the
it's
end
even
of night
earlier.
is at 12 a.m. So the night of night 5 is earlier.
You have like
Instant.
30
It's
seconds.
it's
time.
instant.
Previous
It's,
day.
These past 30 seconds have been tough for Circus Baby.
yeah. Me
I
text.
withdraw my concern. I understand now.
So you're saying that it's fairly optimal.
I'm saying that I think that this means that Scott paid
You
more
should say it's
attention to his
confirmed.
game than anyone has ever given him credit for.
Are you saying that Scott Cawthon is the greatest writer on Earth?
Yes,
think he
yes.
looks
Succeeded in
All right,
the
like a worm.
87.
Rightos is here. Rightos
Oh
is
my
here.
god!
Ah, here he is.
Rightos is here.
Foxy
Okay, so
did the 87 first of all.
okay, yeah, we'll keep going with that. Chat. The main thing I wanted to say was that yes, my reason in saying this isn't to magically solve the lore forever and ever. I'm bringing this up because this shows that Scott paid a lot of attention to the story structure of Sister Location. Which means my song was correct.
Yep.
He's the greatest writer on Earth.
Token's a worm.
Greatest writer on earth.
So anyway, my logic was this. Foxy did the bite of 87 because me and Ryan Toast are based in true. And in FNaF 1, he is still marked as out of order. Not out of service, but yes, out of order. So my little mind-brained after that was thinking, right? Well, maybe the reason he's out of order is because he's done the bite of 87, and they're not sure if he's safe yet. They're very wary of using that animatronic. So my idea was that Sister Location nights take place at night. Does it ever say 12 a.m. in the corner or no? I don't even know.
It only says 12 a.m.
I mean,
on
On Ender
night.
night? Okay.
Yeah.
So you
So
could be,
realistically,
yeah,
we might
yeah.
be going in earlier.
Yeah,
I think
at
we're
like
going
9,
in
or like
before
9
midnight.
p.m. or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my idea was that if Foxy gets put out of order because something dangerous happened involving that animatronic, well, maybe out of service gets put out of service because something dangerous happens regarding that animatronic. Now, Ryan Toast, what is the one animatronic down there in Sister Location that we probably know something dangerous happened with?
Well, I mean, if you want to get technical.
What is the one I'm talking about?
Kind of dangerous.
What is the one I am talking about? What is the one I'm talking about?
No. You. I'll give this one to you. You say it.
The Springlock suit. Chat.
The Night 4 suit.
The Night 4 Springlock suit. I don't think it was ever used, at least not in the way it was meant to be used. Too dangerous. So like Foxy, an animatronic did something dangerous and gets put out of service at the next location. So the out of service suit is the Springlock suit.
Oh.
What is it? Fuck me sideways. I don't know. I have
Might
no
be a
clue.
little bit.
Might be Funtime Fredbear, and that's what Yendo's endoskeleton is.
Yeah.
Bro got put in timeout.
Might be fucking lol bit, dude.
If we're lucky and also deserve torture and death, we're gonna see it in Secret of the Mimic.
God.
It'll be simultaneously the best and worst thing that's ever happened to all of us.
Yes.
Give me the Sister Location lore in Secret of the Mimic.
Secret of the Mimic.
Yeah.
So anyway, schedule theory is based and true, unfortunately with no holes. You guys, I've been looking, you can't think of any. Ha 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 ha, I'm right, you're wrong, ha 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 ha. Oh, it feels so good. Out of service is the stitch rate, mods, pack them up.
We've gone too far. All right.
Oh.
I don't think it's a hole in the theory, but someone did comment and say that it's a Tuesday in the Night Terrors minigame in FNaF VR, which I think has Baby in it. I don't think that actually addresses anything, but they did pay to say it.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, I'm the worst streamer ever.
Yeah, they called you out for it.
Yeah,
too.
but that's besides the point.
Who said it? Oh, Max Celius. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday that we see Circus Baby because they made that up because she's available any other night. That's the one time she's available besides Friday. You gotta think about these
it's a
things.
fucking game, or it's a
we
VR,
don't know
or it's a
what
VR
VR
game.
It's fucking or
How do we
Steel
know
Wolf
it's
did not
Tuesday?
understand this.
Yeah.
How do
What
we know
if
it's
Fox-
Tuesday on that minigame?
I have no idea how we know it's Tuesday.
No,
to be honest.
that's what
I
they're
don't
saying
know.
is that it is Tuesday because those are the animatronics in it.
Oh.
Oh,
They're
okay.
going
So
the other
they're
way.
wrapping back on it, saying that minigame has to be Tuesday because she was available that day. Okay.
What if Foxy's out of order because they didn't have enough parts to repair him? I would agree with you, but I don't think they give a shit how bad they look.
Yeah.
That's so real.
Yeah, look at him. Look at my guy. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
He doesn't have shoes. He doesn't have
Oh,
feet.
Me either, though.
So I can
also don't have shoes.
finally get rid of this accursed image now. However,
Are we
you
getting
have
the
all. We still have one more thing, Quire, that's gonna blow Gibby's mind in half.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is it source code?
That was only my first command input, chat. I have two more. I have one more super move.
Genuinely hyped.
He has his level 3 still, bro.
Yeah, listen, chat. After Cry Theory, I had to make up for it. I think the universe just like beamed theory juice into my mind because Cry Theory was so ass.
The pendulum swings one way.
And then another. Cry Theory on the one
Just
side,
for
schedule
reference.
theory on the other side.
Just for reference, chat, we were talking about this for like 3 hours last night.
Yeah,
It was longer than 3 hours.
We were watching GT Live at 4 a.m.
Yeah, it was bad.
God.
Okay, anyway, now that I have received
Chat.
a substantial amount of money, it's time to go. It's time to go into the next paywalling lore. We're paywalling lore.
Lord, it's crazy.
Okay. Okay, a few fun details we noticed, right? Chad, this is not the new super alt mega epicness yet. This is just some fun details we noticed. So first of all, Chad, what I find very odd is that on night 5, on night 5, if you look closely, the circus baby endoskeleton is partially there. You can see out the back of her head through both eye sockets, and her eyeballs are missing, but her arm wiring is completely intact. So for some reason, Circus Baby is partially destroyed and sat up on the conveyor belt by Ennard, presumably, in that minigame. Hand Unit also says exactly this, which I found very strange. This is Hand Unit's quote when you get into the room before Baby cuts her off. He says, "It's your job to make sure that Circus Baby is structurally stable." And then Hand Unit gets cut off, and Baby starts gaslighting you. Which I just found it so strange that like half the endoskeleton is there. It's really weird. Because I guess the only thing you could assume from that is that it put part of itself into Ennard. Am I crazy? Does that seem like?
No, I get it.
Yeah.
No, I see what you mean.
I'm following.
Yeah.
Paywalling.
I will
lore.
say, so I have to go because my kids are like
okay.
waking up. They didn't fully fall asleep. I do have something pulled up I think is useful. People were talking about the sound effect that plays when the numpad opens.
Yes.
There's another sound effect right when you were talking about when the like endoskeleton shuffles. There's two noises. There's a metal sound that plays, but very quietly. There's a second one. I have it pulled up, so I'll play it real quick and then I gotta go.
Yeah.
Sick,
Go on.
sick,
So
sick, sick.
it's literally called appear.mp3. It's insane.
Oh my god.
We gotta kill this guy. we gotta kill this guy.
Oh my God.
The mic.
I knew it was coming.
The
I
Josh.
felt it.
Ban him from the server, please.
All right. Well, goodbye, Ryan Toast. Thank you for coming.
we need
But anyway,
to stop this, man.
so Chet, do we have any ideas about that? Because it's very strange. Because her
Wait, sorry, were you
eyeballs.
saying that her endo's missing? Sorry?
If you look in her head, you can see out the back of her left eyeball.
In her head.
You can see out of the back of her head. Like there's no. So there should be. If you look
Yes,
at
okay,
if you look at the making of screen of Baby, like Baby's
That's just her
endoskeleton.
eyes missing.
Well, I was gonna say, if you look at the making of screen of Baby and all the other Funtime animatronics, they have like
we got those.
these eyelids. You can see there should be a piece of metal surrounding where her actual eyeball would be that you should be able to see, but it's not there.
Look at the side chat.
And you can look. Oh yeah, she'll chat. I would pull up the images, but my stream will explode. I'm sorry. Then it gets here in like 5 days. The new computer, guys. It's almost here.
We're getting there.
But,
We're getting there, boys.
You know what? I can probably pull it up. I'm gonna risk it. Yeah. So Hyperdroid, the making of Baby. If you look at the way her endo's structured, yeah. The bridge of her nose is still there on night 5. The metal ring around her eyeballs is not.
That's so weird.
Half of her endo is destroyed. Very strange. Now, my thoughts to this, to Cryo last night, was that Circus Baby is a 7-foot tall animatronic, so there's no way that they could fit all of her wiring into Ennard. It would be fucking ginormous. They wouldn't be able to fit in Michael. They wouldn't be able to fit in Michael.
They can't fit everyone's endoskeletons.
So they take a piece from every body. Was our theory. That would be. So that they take Baby's, they take
in every body.
They take Baby's eyes and her skull. Maybe they take Ballora's like arms or something. I don't fucking know. Because you can literally see Baby's arms are still in the suit. Because the mimic chip, as John FNaF would say, pokes out of it. So the mimic virus. Okay, what was the other thing? That was the first detail we had. Next detail. We found nothing in the private room, and at this point, we began to wonder about the other source code. For Foxy, it was 87. Okay. Yes. All right. One of the things that we mentioned, the only other one we mentioned, was that Cryonide and I were regrettably wrong and mid in our FNaF sister location overanalysis video like a year ago. Granted, this is when I was. This is when I was still like a silver level theorist. I hadn't reached Grandmaster tier yet.
I wasn't around.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My theorist elo wasn't high enough.
Yeah.
Yo, Smash Bros reference. Smash Bros reference in the chat, Cryo.
Lore Geyser.
Lore Geyser. Command inputting lore. Okay. Sister location gameplay. Time to watch Gamer's Playground or whatever his name is. This guy comes in clutch.
Yeah, that one fucking guy.
He uploads all his videos. This will be so high quality, my computer will explode. Watch.
Yeah. It's a legitimate concern, chat.
Almost 500 live viewers. Holy aura.
And only 200 likes. What the hell is that?
Yeah, what the fuck, guys?
I'm viewbotting, guys. What the fuck?
You're viewbotting, bro.
I'm viewbotting. Just certain design choices. Okay, so let me go to the scooping room. Here we go. Thank you, Harvey's Hamburgers. It's a fire name, dude. All right, chat. This is where Cryonide and I lost a little bit of aura. We made a big deal losing our shit over the fact that you cannot see the. Can you look left, New Gamers Playground? Fucking jeez. Please look left. Oh my god, he's not looking left.
But they always put me back.
This is why you need to make your own gameplay, chat.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Chat, trust me, it's gonna be optimal.
Authorized personnel.
Aha. Hold. All right, is it there? All right. Well, anyway, source, trust me, chat. The camera in this, right, is pointing at the window. The camera in the scooping room is pointed at the window, which is very odd. Additionally to this, okay, we have entered from maintenance hatch 1B, specifically used for cleaning and repair of the scooper. That's what hand unit says. It has two purposes. You enter this vent to clean the scooper and to fix it. This is not the vent the technicians went in on night 4. Where the technicians went on night 4 is where Ennard is standing, which is also where the out-of-service suit is. The out-of-service suit is not in here. It is on the other side of the glass, where the camera is pointing that night. You can see the red blinking dot of the camera that night, and here you cannot see it. If you look, it is reflecting off the glass. You can't see it because my stream is shit quality. The camera is pointed at the glass, and the only way you can see the red light is in the reflection of the glass. So wherever the technicians were on night 4 was not in the maintenance and repair of the scooper, because they don't need that. They're not doing that shit. They are scooping it. They'll go there another day. Where Ennard is standing and activating the scooper is obviously where they were, on the other side of the glass, because they activated the scooper. So they had to be standing where Ennard is. So, what's weird about me to that is that the out-of-service suit... The out-of-service suit is not in the actual area where the scooper itself is. The out-of-service suit is in a separate room from the scooper. And adding on to that as well... you hear them start up the conveyor belt. There is no real conveyor belt on the walls of this room. This is where I'm assuming this is where the scooper is cleaned and where the pieces of the animatronics are put, is what I'd imagine. Because if you look in this room, there is no conveyor belt. So the idea I'm thinking of would be they scoop the hell out of people from that other side, take them off the conveyor belt, and then throw their bodies on the ground and deal with it later. But that does debunk our theory that there was something significant about the Springlock suit not being there, because the Springlock suit is just on the other side of the glass where Ennard is. Got all that? Cool.
You got that shit shot?
Interesting.
You understand? Because we ain't saying that shit again.
Because I'm not saying that. That took, like, that was one detail I was explaining. It took forever.
Yeah.
Let me be the audience here. On that night when we see Ballora get scooped, don't we see the scooper go from the right of the screen to the left of the screen?
Yes, it is from the right to the left.
Yes.
So then, from the position we're currently at on this night 5, wouldn't we be to the right and then facing?
I guess the
the
only argument you could make is that you're literally, like, right fucking here. Because this does wrap around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This window does wrap around the room. And so,
you think
from this angle, it would look... Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? The technicians would have to be standing where Ennard is standing. Surely, because they started the scooper, right?
Yes.
Yes. And they're not muffled at all. We can hear them just fine. We can hear them very... Like, they aren't loud, but their voices don't sound like... You know what I mean? Their voices are... So what happened to it this time? Like, you can hear it clearly. So whatever suit we are in is probably on... is probably behind this window. Very strange. Also, cleaning and repair of the scooper is funny, because Hand Unit specifically says that we are not authorized to do that. So that's a higher position. You can enter from there, from Funtime Auditorium. You can either enter the scooping room, cleaning, and repair area, or the private room, both of which are described as you aren't able to be here. You don't have the right to be here. So I'm wondering if only William can enter these two rooms. That's just a theory. Because you get told off for entering both.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. And it would make sense for William to be the only one to get a look at this thing this close up. Because I feel like if, what are they going to walk up and they see like silver goo, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
So that is the detail. Now it is time to destroy Gibby's mind.
Yes, do it, please.
I have long waited for this moment. I was asleep in my bed, and the ghost of
anticipating this day.
The ghost of Cry Theory Past came down to me, and it said, T-Dreads, you are mid. You need to make a theory that is good. And I said, okay. I will now bring up the other sister location source code.
Do it.
It's time, chat.
You know it's bad because Gibby always thinks that I'm brain rotted. Now he actually wants to hear what's coming out of my mouth. This is how you know this is a hype moment.
Yeah.
I just want to be wrong.
Question is,
I want to
who is
learn
going
something.
to make the dedicated video on this one?
We could collab. We could do a collab. Like Cryo, you and I could collab on it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Sick.
Yeah. We could have Rye pop in and play the Josh Hutcherson sound again. Sister location source code. Alrighty. Please tell me this guy has a picture of it. He does. Alright, chat. Here comes hype moments and aura.
Hype,
We're
hype,
back.
hype. Everyone type hype in the chat.
Chat, I
Everyone
need,
type aura in
I
chat.
need to see hype moments and aura in chat. How many viewers is the stream at right now, Cryo?
Let me refresh.
476.
I'll take it.
We are at
That's not bad.
476 viewers and only 253 likes. What are we doing?
I think they hate T-Dreader.
What in the world?
I think he's viewbotting. Guys.
I think he's viewbotting.
Guys, get him. Okay. So, chat, I will move myself. I will become smaller. Hi, guys. Oh, I'm so small now. Oh, well. It's all for a good cause, chat. So, like we were saying earlier, there is animatronic 1 is baby, and it gives the schedule for her. Animatronic 5 is out of service. So, yet again, let me move it a little bit this way, chat. Hold on a minute. Animatronic Seuss. Seuss. Hey, dudes. Sorry.
Oh, dudes.
That was a good impression.
Okay.
Oh, dudes.
Okay. So, animatronic 5 out of service. This proves that out of service is not a availability condition, but rather a animatronic itself. So, animatronic 5 is out of service, and so it isn't marked as booked, private, or anything. Now,
Hang on a second. Jaxolotl, you're getting a minute for negative aura.
Negative aura. Jaxolotl, what you doing, man?
that's crazy. So, anyway. There's more to this than just the animatronic schedule. Afton Robotics takes part in 3 separate business practices. Chica's Party World, private birthday booking, which is the surface level of the rental service. That's what it does. So Chica's Party World is their first business, their first client directory. Private birthday bookings, the rental service itself, booking out the animatronics to private parties during the day, which is exactly the language that Hand Unit uses, is the second business. And the third business, and this is, no, I'm going to save it. The third business is CRMN_INST project. However, there are 2 things that I have searched, and in this source code, not a single person in human history has brought up somehow. Even though I feel like Cryonide, I feel like what we found the other day was very obvious.
What we found?
I feel like, you know that detail? I feel like people should have noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is where Gibby will be like, what the frick?
Hit me. Hit me.
This is where he's
Step on
going
me.
to eat his short. Wait, what?
What?
Yo.
Chat. This is also a chart. Part of part of Chica's Party World are the birthday accessories. And under that, there are novelties. Part of the private birthday booking is entertaining children. Part of entertaining children are those birthday props. Some of those birthday props are novelties. And part of CRMN INST is project. It is not CRMN IST project. The project is a separate fucking thing. The project...
It's a folder.
The project is part
The file
of,
directory.
Yeah, the project is part of CRMN INST. The same way that birthday accessories are part of Chica's Party World.
Yeah.
So it is not Child Remnant Installation Project. It is Child Remnant Installation, and the project has something to do with that.
Yeah, I said that in my video.
Oh, you did?
It's like a file directory. It's like a folder.
Never mind. I thought everyone thought this was the same thing.
No, it's what you just said.
Okay, well, anyway, I still have one more aura moment. I still have one more aura moment.
We have more aura.
Okay.
My last
300% right now.
Is
Nope.
it a new explanation for CRMNINSD?
I still think it is child remnant, and we'll get into that later. I do think it's child remnant
I
installation.
thought you were going to solve. I thought you were going to tell me I've been wrong for years. I was so hyped.
No.
Okay.
You've been right, Gibby.
Okay.
So
now I'm sad.
Chat. I'm just gonna say it. Afton is a sneaky guy.
True.
Afton likes to lie and
He
hide
does.
things.
He does
Chat,
do that.
Chat.
William Afton tell a lie?
In Chica's party world, in Chica's party world, look at the way that those words are formatted. Okay. In birthday accessories, look at the way those words are formatted. Okay. Now, in child remnant installer, which we believe to be something suspicious and criminal, look at the way those words are formatted. And now look at children, capital E, capital N, capital T, as part of the private birthday booking service. It's child entrapment. It's children entrapment.
Ooh.
It's in capitals, just like CRMN, because that's meant to signify that, hey guys, this is off. This is not what it seems. This is not... This CRMN stands for something sinister. Child remnant installer. This ENT stands for something sinister. Children entrapment, which makes perfect sense if it's a subsection of the private birthday bookings, because we see in the Funtime Freddy blueprints that they are meant to capture and entrap children in their stomach. And that is the detail I have seen nobody say.
Okay, so I've never noticed this before, but private B-Day booking, it says 50L.
Yeah, fuck,
50
damn it!
liters? 50 liters?
I had something to say
Yeah,
about that last night.
we couldn't, we were having trouble. We were having, this is what we were having trouble with yesterday.
How much
They
is 50
didn't like what I
liters?
suggested.
Okay, like,
50
how big
liters
is-
is the amount of blood in 10 human bodies.
Why do you know this?
Yeah.
How much space would be in Funtime Freddy's stomach or baby's stomach if it was measured in liters?
Does it say? Does it say how big they are?
I just don't know what a liter is, so I can't visualize it.
Just imagine like half a Coke, dude.
Daniel
Oh my
Chick
God.
says, nah. Excellent rebuttal! You have truly debunked what I was saying!
Gibby, does it help if I tell you it's just over 13 gallons?
Okay, that's like a big fish tank, but a little more. American metric system. I have a 10-gallon tank, so it's a little bigger than a 10-gallon tank. I could see a child being squished in there. That could be how big
yes.
Circus Baby's tummy is.
Chat, we have not been able to figure out what 50L is supposed to mean. We can't do it. We have no fucking clue. I
already told you.
You think it's
What do you
you
think
think
it
it's
is?
You
they're
stop talking.
you think
Oh,
they're
the blood.
supposed to capture 10 children.
No, I'm just talking shit, bro.
Oh my goodness. Okay, but I am very confident in children entrapment. I'm very like look how CRMN is capitalized, and the only other thing is ENT, which is also the only other thing with an underscore.
I think most
What about
assume-
maintenance at the bottom?
Maintain CO after, but that's not part of the client directory, so I
maintain
wouldn't
CO
lob it in with the
after,
same
okay.
thing. It's not part of the client directory. I wouldn't group it in the same group.
Okay, that's fair.
So I think people assumed that it was children entertainment. And so
Yes,
children entertainment,
but-
birthday proxy novel.
Entertainment,
Yes,
birthday
but
party,
CRMN
yeah.
could also be read as criminal, which it is not. It is child remnant installer.
But in context, criminal doesn't make sense. In context, entertainment does make sense. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying this is why no one like
There
it's staying
is
hidden for this long.
there is no other reason for Scott to write it that way. There is no other. He could have formatted it the same way as everything else.
He is the greatest writer on earth. You're correct.
That's
Yes.
so
No,
weird.
it's-
Yes, look
So-
look how birthday
Chica's
props is
party
one
word,
word.
it's
Novelties is one word.
children.
CHLDRN
With an I.
underscore capital ENT. That particular
So, like-
part is written differently on purpose.
in the Chica's one, it just says birthday, and then in the next one it says B-Day booking and B-Day props. So he's just being a little silly with the way he spelled out the full word.
The B-Day props, yeah, I guess. It's also could it have to do with like how it's seen on the line? If it was too many characters, would it be? I don't know how this works. How source
Yeah.
coding works. It could be something like that. 50 losers. He's referring to the children as losers.
Someone in chat said you get blacklisted in Pizza Sim at 50 risk.
Interesting.
What could L mean besides leaders? And if it is leaders, because other people are saying maybe it's Nightmare Gas.
They're saying lives. They're saying 50 lots, like 50 places they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weird thing.
Limits.
Yeah, using only client directory. Why would CRMN and ENT be the only ones to be abbreviated? Rewind 30 seconds.
Go back a little bit. We explained this.
30 seconds in the past. It's okay.
Wait, hold on.
Stop the view botting 515.
Oh my goodness.
50 lemons. Chat. Yeah, they're thinking it's 50 liability, 50 lives.
Okay, but liability didn't exist.
Yeah.
Back in sister location.
50.
Not Lewis Dawkins.
50 pounds. LBS.
Yeah.
Or is it wait. Is it IBS? Is it IBS or LBS?
No, it's L. It's L.
It's LBS. Okay, it could be 50 pounds.
They would have put the B.
It could be, yeah. Maybe it's like they can only hold 50 pounds, which that's weird.
Ryan mentioned that last night.
Because a lot of children are like 80 pounds or something, you know. Not always like
50 little bits.
Yeah, it's kind of useless to have.
Yeah, I was talking about that last night, Absol, but I don't think it's that.
Cool. It's not a point that they're the abbreviation. The point is the formatting. Underscore and then a capital letter. A capital. That to me is like, I have my private birthday bookings where children are entrapped in the animatronics, and then I have my child remnant installer. Oh, in context, CRMN could also be crewman installation. So if you're saying it's a dupe meaning, that's what and then I have my crewman installation after my children entertainment. But really it means I have my child entrapment and my remnant installer. Anyway, Cryonide, tell them what project is.
Hold on. They're actually cooking in chat a little bit.
Oh.
That is not 50L. That's 50L. That's 50L.
Yeah, that's an O.
Because 2016 has that line in the 0. So that's
oh my fucking ass! It is. It's 5OL.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. All right, chat. Let's theorycraft. Let's theorycraft.
Oh,
right.
Chat. What the fuck is OL?
This is why we needed chat.
5OL.
What is OL abbreviation for?
5. Okay, so my first thought is that five is the number of animatronics.
And days of the week.
5 on license.
Online overlay ordered list open. Not seeing anything good.
Yeah, my thought is that 5 is the number of animatronics they're supposed to have. Does that make sense? The rental service is supposed to have 5, so it could be private.
What the fuck is OL?
Order list. I would say on license.
Ordered list.
I'd say on license, but I don't know if that's a phrase people actually use.
Well,
it's in relation to the B-Day booking, right?
If there's 5 animatronics, then what if it's like 5 optional something?
Yeah, I think 5 online is good. I like chat saying 5 online.
On location is also a thing.
Yeah.
That's much better.
On location would make more sense.
Yeah, 5 on location.
I like that.
That's so much better than 50 liters. Yeah, you're right. Look, all the zeros. All the zeros.
2016, yeah.
Wow, we are blind. Cryo, we are blind.
We're dumb as shit.
Yeah, 5 on lease, 5 on location. I think the 5 is referring to
$5.
Oh, okay. So that's
$5.
That's funny.
Lowell's bag from time
That's
out.
funny. That's funny. So Cryonide.
I'm on lefty.
Cryonide. I'll be real with you. I was just pulling the private birthday booking being Seabear out of my asshole. I think the 5 online or the 5 on location is what you're meant to use to say, oh yeah, that private birthday booking, that's what that stands for Seabear. I think that's why that's there.
5 online.
Nitrogen oxide.
Yeah. So I think it's 5 on location.
Ballora, and then out of service would be the 5. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, there is 5.
Yeah.
And it's not like there isn't 5 animatronics. They still list out of service. They haven't bothered delisting.
Well,
it.
yeah.
So it would make sense for it to be 5 on location.
Yeah.
My one question, which I thought was weird, and this has nothing to do with anything, but just thinking about the source code, thinking about the source code, Baby and Ballora are the only ones so hand unit says they're booked out for private parties during the day, which obviously that's what the parties are. Like all parties you could say are a private party. Let's say some kid let's say some kid goes to fucking Chuck E. Cheese with his friends. If some other, that's not a private party, but you'd say it is, because if some other kid shows up, you're like, what the hell are you doing here? PVT only for Baby and Ballora is very strange.
They're the only ones to get a private party.
Because they're all being rented out to parties that are private in some degree, assuming the whole fucking world was invited.
Categorized as private.
But Baby and Ballora are the only ones invited to... No.
I do want to say, Ballora's blueprint does specifically mention Circus Baby Directive 07.
They're meant to work as a pair.
That is true. Yeah.
Oh, maybe so...
also says Circus Baby Directory.
Yeah. Mythbusters.
07.
I don't think it stands for 5-year-olds. I think it is 5 online as an active or 5 on location.
I think it's on location.
Yeah, it's
I
on
like
location.
on location.
Yeah. Online or on location makes sense.
Because on location and on site are words people actually use. So. Yeah, something about that party. I'm wondering if that... No, because I'm assuming...
Well, booked would be somebody wanted them to come to a party. So private means that they're doing something.
Yeah, booked is for a party. Yeah, private is.
Yeah, chat's trying to say, like, so Absolux Guardian says private party at a private location as opposed to a Chuck E. Cheese where the other people are. But like, if you're the rental service, it doesn't matter to you. Where it's going. Like, if you're in the operation of this place, it doesn't matter if it's like, oh, it's a backyard or it's a Chuck E. Cheese. Like, it's still booked.
Yeah, a booked party is a booked party. I'm not going to be like, oh, this got rented out at a house as opposed to this got rented out at a gazebo somewhere. Yeah. I would still say, okay, it's booked for a party.
The bunker instead of just the robots.
There isn't any great words beginning with OL.
Oh yeah, and that's not a zero in front of
location.
Afton Robotics now as well.
What are they saying?
Click on location.
Yeah, wait, what's that in front of Afton Robotics? Because that's not a 0, that's an O.
Oh, C/O. Well, I'm assuming it's maintenance, copyright owner. Copyright owner.
Yeah, probably copyright owner. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maintenance, criminal installation, service log. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so
We
I'm
did hit
wondering.
500 viewers, by the way.
Holy hype moments in aura. Holy hype moments in aura.
And only half of y'all hit the like button, by the way. Let's go with that.
I'm wondering if I don't think we will find it. Should we go back through night 4 and try to find what the fuck private is? I don't remember any dialogue that would clue us in.
No, there was nothing like that. We were checking.
Yeah.
So night 4 is when they would be talking about the day that Baby was at a private event.
Yes, that's when they would be talking about the day. They would be talking about Saturday, the day. So the day
on night 4,
were in maintenance, and Baby and Ballora were at a private show.
Yes. So when he's saying, when Baby's saying, Ballora never learns, she's referring to something that happened that morning at the private party they're both at.
I will also say your idea that when you're watching that scene, you're like through the glass or whatever. Baby does say you're in the scooping room.
Yeah, but the part of the room where you activate it would still be in the scooping room.
And also, if you're going to use language like that, she also said this is the room where they use the scooper.
True facts.
Which
she
would
also
be
lies.
Yeah, which would mean this is the room where you press the button.
Yeah, so it just looks like Ballora and Baby went to a party or whatever.
But see, my thing is, if I'm Scott Cawthon, the greatest writer on earth, why do I specify that this party is private and none of the others?
Yeah, none of the others are.
That's
It's a special. This one in particular is special.
Chad, don't say that it's an adult party, please. Don't.
Yeah. Stop talking.
Yeah, they've been on that for a little bit here.
Yeah.
We are not bringing that back.
Night 4. I'll go to Circus Baby's dialogue. Circus Baby dialogue.
I'll look it up too.
For night 4. Night 4.
So they scoop Ballora that night, but they don't scoop Baby.
Oh no,
Yes.
they scoop her the next day. The next day is still a maintenance
Scoop
day.
Baby the next day,
They do scoop her. Okay.
So are we?
Be quiet. Do you want me to read the night 4 dialogue?
I thought you were telling me to should be quiet.
Oh no!
you
I'm
too.
sorry. No. I wouldn't be that rude. I would call you cringe. Or
I
something.
would.
Okay, I will mention this because this is an idea in chat. Chat is wondering if the source code thing, the C/O, if that's still file directories. They're wondering if So if like maintenance C is one folder, and then O_Afton Robotics is another folder. Which is odd.
So what would that C stand
So like
for?
Circus Baby? Yeah, I don't know. Maintenance Circus Babies, but the O is confusing. Yeah, King Ripsard, I thought of that. I thought of it being William related, but Elizabeth should definitely already be dead.
Yeah, Elizabeth is dead.
All right, I'll read this.
Because I'm assuming this is all the week that Sister Location takes place.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Be still and quiet. You've been sleeping for quite a while. I think they noticed that you never left the building last night. The cameras were searching for you, but they couldn't find you, as I have you hidden too well. I kidnapped you. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm only going to keep you for a little while. Try not to wiggle, though. You're inside something that came from my old pizzeria. I don't think it was ever used, at least not the way it was meant to be. Too dangerous. It's just big enough for one person to fit inside, but just barely. You're in the scooping room. Do you know why they call it the scooping room? It's because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper. I thought that would be obvious. Isn't that a fun name for something? The scooper. It sounds like something you would use for ice cream or custard or sprinkles. Something you would want at your birthday party, to ensure you get a heaping portion of all the good things. I wonder, though, if you were a freshly opened pint of ice cream, how would you feel about something with that name? That's an interesting tangent for her to go on.
Yeah.
So it's like, so the way that reads to me is that for you on the outside, the scooper sounds like something fun. But for the thing the scooper is used on, it's horrifying. Private isn't a party, it's when Afton or the company has them so they're unavailable for parties. I could understand that. My only problem is I don't understand why Afton would give a fuck about Ballora. I feel like if it was just Circus Baby that was private one day. Please don't Mrs. Afton Ballora me.
No.
Okay.
It's real.
I've also always hated this line. Uh-oh, it sounds like someone else is in the building. You're not in a building.
Yeah.
By
You're in a
definition.
bunker.
Okay.
Well, it's an underground building.
Okay. There's something very important that I've learned to do over time. How to pretend. Do you ever play make-believe? Pretend to be one way when you're really the other. It's very important. Ballora never learns, but I do. They think there is something wrong on the inside. The only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend. I'll open the faceplates for you. That way they can find you on the cameras. Now all you have to do is wait. Okay. I think... So yeah, I find it very interesting, though, that Ballora and Baby are the only ones in the scooping room on this night.
Yeah. I mean, there's a chance that the other two were already scooped, right?
That's true. It is maintenance day for them as well, yeah. I think there's something wrong on the inside. The only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend. And then on night 5, something bad happened yesterday, referring to Friday morning, the private party. Something bad always happens.
Saturday morning, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Weekdays of the week are hard. Something bad always happens. I don't want it to happen again. That line to me, combined with the fact that this is the only night you hear the makes me think that these motherfuckers have been kidnapping kids for a hot minute.
Yeah, the whole time.
So I'm sorry, I no longer believe Molten MCI is just the MCI.
Yeah.
I think there's
so
a fuck ton of random ass kids in there, given this dialogue. Given everything, after everything we've talked about today, I feel like it's a much higher possibility that other kids are getting scooped, turned into Remnant, what have you. Which also means that people who argue, I'm saying if I'm right, I might be wrong. If I'm right, I would say the argument that the DCI is can't be because you never see the kids' names, I'd say that's bullshit. Because Baby's literally saying that something bad happened at the private party, there's something wrong on the inside, something bad always happens, I don't want it to happen anymore, in combination with the on that night specifically, makes me think that they are kidnapping kids fairly often, and those kids never get names.
I think everything you've said is completely backed up by textual evidence, and people will not want to think about it because it changes the way that people view the series, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with your theory.
Yeah. I fully agree with it, to be honest.
Ah, the dreads!
Yeah, same.
Believe in the heart of the dreads and you will find your way.
What about that blueprint that says Molten Freddy has the most amount of Remnant? You mentioned that last night. You should show the stream.
Hold on. Does night 5 take place on Sunday or later on the actual night of day 4? Since you're there when the maintenance crew comes in. That's actually a great question. Night 4 might take place. Yeah. Yeah, he's saying like night 4, for all we know, could take place at like 3 p.m. on that day. I would say night 5 still. I'd say night 5 still does take place on night 5 though, because you start. Yeah, you start the night on the same way. You start the night the same way as the regular nights, where you go down the elevator and you just blah, blah, blah.
So we can extrapolate that you get scooped at roughly midnight, because if you go in the other door, Ender Night starts at 5, right? Or at midnight, right?
Yeah. So you get scooped at midnight.
Basically.
So you probably start your night at 8 p.m.
Probably even like way later than that, to be honest.
9.
Yeah, how long does it take to go find a baby and go beep boop boop and then walk?
Yeah, like how long does that take? Because that's the only thing you do.
Honestly.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if you're starting at like 11:30.
Jack Slottle, I'm not seeing the evidence in this. Am I sorry? How? What is one thing I have said that you can argue with?
You know what, Jack Solotto, we're the three of us, we're gonna make a collab, we're gonna explain it all very directly, just for you.
Yep.
I absolutely think that everything I've said is backed up by textual evidence, backed up by dialogue choices, backed up by the source code that Scott was making before the game's release.
Like if you see something wrong with it, hit us.
Yeah.
Like
if I've said something, if I've said something wrong, let me know.
Because sometimes we fuck up. Sometimes we think a fucking 0 is a O or the other way around or whatever.
Cry theory.
Yeah, sometimes cry theory.
No, again, I 100% agree with you guys. I just think, like, you know, could the community accept it that way? I think a lot of people just don't want this to be true, and that's going to be a big barrier.
Yeah,
I do agree with the chat that the question does need to be asked. Why does every kidnapped kid need to go on to possess the Fun Times? Because we've known since this location that Funtime Freddy has a kid inside of him. Like he's captured a kid.
Yeah.
So why are we to assume that they then possess the animatronics instead of dying inside of them?
Possess the animatronics.
Yeah, I don't think they possess. I think they're getting scooped out.
I think they're getting made into remnants somehow.
Like I think they're getting scooped every week.
Yeah.
Well, then that's the question. But Afton's spring locked, isn't he, by this time? So who's taking the kids out of them?
It's all
The
automated.
scooper. It's all automated. We don't have to be here for it.
Yeah,
it's all automated. We don't have to be here for it.
Like that's what the maintenance workers say. They just start it and then they leave.
It's a remnant farm. He's made a Minecraft farm for remnant.
Yes.
He has made a cobblestone gen.
Yeah, we literally see the exact same thing in Dinophobia.
CRMN, Child Remnant Minecraft.
I also put location before follow me, so.
But like we've known that things are automated for a long time. Like we see it in sister location, we even see it in Dinophobia, like because it all resets and it all happens again. That's been going on for like 10 years or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think somehow the scooper. You see how fast that thing is.
Yeah.
And it starts at your gut. It goes. If you look at the animation, it goes down and then up, down and then up.
Yeah.
So it's scooping.
Yeah.
So I would say it's taking the child out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the animatronics are like 8 feet tall, so
yeah.
If they're in the belly, they're gonna get the.
Bro, yeah, like all of the fun times, like the Lakers need them all.
Yeah.
They're so big.
Bro, Circus Baby is 7'2".
What does this lead to? This would mean that sister location takes place the week of the source code. It would also mean that kids are getting kidnapped endlessly, that they are being turned into remnant, that Molten MCI is not just Molten MCI, but rather a amalgamation of an insane amount of kids.
It would basically just mean that, like, in whatever, let's expand it out to like, a multiple county area. That in this part of the state, there's like
dozens of kids.
3 children going missing a week for years, however long this has been in operation, which some people think could be like upwards of a decade. Some people might think it's only like a year. But it's still, that there's more
Cryo.
Than just 5 dead kids.
We never said what we think Project is.
Oh yeah.
I literally feel my lungs hurting, so you need to go. I believe in you.
Bro, I don't remember what we said Project
I don't know.
Wait, no. Yeah, I also don't know how I feel about it. Like,
That's
okay.
the problem.
Oh, it's
so the project,
it's less solid than the other stuff, but I still like it.
Yeah.
My lungs hurt. Talk.
Did we say it was Liz? Is that what we said it was? Okay, do you remember?
That was the putting back together the innard was on purpose, right?
Project is entered. Project is entered.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's intentional.
Project is entered.
Yeah.
Oh,
entered is intentional.
Yeah, I put her back together just like you asked.
Oh my god.
Project
entered was planned
Project
from the start.
is entered. Project is entered.
Entered is a project.
Yep.
Entered's a project.
So since CRMN INST and Project are 2 different things, CRMNST is the operation to complete the project. The only reason the child remnant installer, I don't know about that. Let's rework it. Child remnant installer is used to complete the project, which is entered.
Which is entered, yes.
Bringing all of these things, yeah.
Mike did say, he didn't just say I put her back together. I put her back together
just like you asked. Just like you asked. He was instructed
from the start.
He was instructed.
Grammatically, it could mean that what he wanted to do is put them back together, or grammatically, it could mean I put her back together in the exact
way you specified,
manner you intended, which would be entered.
In the exact
Both
way
of those
specified.
are possible by that grammar.
Yeah. Which some people would say that you can't interpret language that way. It can only be taken the most literal way. Yeah.
I do also want to point out how absolutely disgusted with it he sounds in that recording. Like, the tone is very much like, I fucking hate this.
So yes, I think that the project is a separate folder than child remnant installer.
Yeah, if that makes installer
the same,
much more likely.
Make more sense than like injector or whatever, because you're installing it like into entered.
Child remnant is installed into a bunch of shit, and then entered, you bring all the pieces of entered together. That is the project. Assembling entered is the project. Putting back Elizabeth is the project.
Literally.
And notice,
That is why Mike is there.
Notice, chat, how all of the others have more subsections. Chica's Party World has birthday accessories and then novelties. The other one has birthday props and then novelties, and then it has child entertainment or entrapment. The child remnant installer directory stops at project. The job is done. Whatever project is, there's no step past that.
Yeah.
So I think it's entered. I think it's entered.
When Baby leaves Ennard in between Sister Location and FNaF 6, she says, "I'll put myself back together," meaning that this process of leaving Ennard has made her now no longer back together.
Which would imply that Ennard itself is the being back together, which is the project,
Yes.
which is what he was instructed to do.
I hate everything you've said here tonight.
But I'm based. but I am based, correct?
But it's like it's too compelling.
Yeah, you got a super chat.
Honestly, I will say
yeah,
when
what's it
this
called?
project is entered, that's where we go from really solid to crack theory. I'm just
But I
gonna put it
like
out
it.
there.
But I like it. To be honest.
Yeah, Pickle Pepper. I get what you're saying about the 5 graves, but given everything I've said today, like why would you, in the context of the game, answer this for me? Why would you only have to shock the animatronics that were rented out that morning? What's different about them now? They go out into the open world, they go and interact with children, and suddenly you need to use the remnant neutralizer on them.
Mm-hmm.
But not the other ones. It is
just
heavily
think about
implied.
also in the fourth closet, like when Molten MCI is a thing in the fourth closet, Afton is still kidnapping kids. Like he's still getting kids and kidnapping them, even though he already has the Molten MCI remnant already. So it is a thing proven in at least one timeline already.
Well, Gibby, Hyperdroid, Cryonide, I expect to see this perceived as canon in all of your theories from now on.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna have to sleep on this for at least a week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hibernate on this one.
I'm just
However,
upset. Yeah.
let me pull it in. Withered Circle, you said I never made a single theory. You suck. Okay.
Fuck you, Withered Circle.
You
go kick rocks.
Who's making theories now? Me.
Go kick rocks, Withered Circle.
Withered Circle, when have you made a 2-hour theory video? Never.
You need to make this an actual video, not just stream highlights. It needs to be well edited. And then
We were talking about that.
someone's gonna
Yeah.
steal it
I'm
for
with it.
sure.
Submit it to game theory.
No, let's make it anyways.
100%.
Everyone will know.
This is your
Everyone will
baby.
know this was us.
Yeah. Dude, we could I can start writing that tonight.
Do it.
Yeah, we could opt on to start writing. We could start writing it. I gotta eat some fucking food though.
Yeah, you gotta eat.
Yeah.
All right, chat. I want to see one more spam of Holy Aura.
Yeah.
T-Dread's casually predicting my theory
everyone
vids.
in
Don't
chat
do it. Don't
just
do it,
type-
Tyrion. Don't do it.
Everyone in chat, just type Lucario on 300 right now.
Aura.
We need all the aura.
Yeah, chat. I'm sorry if I missed a couple donations. I have shouted for the last 2 hours for dramatic effect in order to make this sink in all of your minds, and now my lungs hurt very badly. So I'm sorry if I'm not talking as much right now.
Thank you to everyone who has donated, though.
Yeah, there was a lot, and I'm glad you all enjoyed it because I think this is the best theory that I've ever made. This is the most solid theory that Cryonide and I have ever worked on. I dare I say, more evidence than Lefty DCI. Oh.
More evidence than Lefty DCI and 14 Theory combined.
Honestly, yeah.
Lefty DCI is a thing.
Yeah, it's
How
big.
did I not know that?
It's a
Lefty
totally.
How dare you not know
a
this?
totally
Oh
real
no!
legit
Oh no!
theory.
Look at the chat. Ennard as a project is becoming a copy pasta.
Yes.
Ennard as a project.
You're saying Lucario at 300.
Project Ennard. Yeah, I like that.
Lucario is a project. Project Ennard.
Even
yeah.
from a
It's an automated
story.
system.
Even from a story like perspective,
That's just
like,
the database.
Project Ennard. That's badass as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's sick as fuck.
What did this
Are
have
we
to do
calling
with the
it?
sound effect, though? The sound effect does play when she's talking about this, so that could be a cue that, hey, we're talking about kidnapping and scooping kids. They're going... mainly, though, the sound effect was simply the inspiration. This entire thing started because I was terrified that Elizabeth was somehow still bleeding inside of Baby at the time of Sister Location. Which I was like... my first message to Cry, I was like, does this game happen in 1986?
Yeah, we were scared.
I was terrified.
And then we just started a deep dive, and this is what we found disproving it.
This is my bite victim getting bit. That was my bite victim getting bit moment. Cryo
and I were working on something else when TD messaged him.
Dude, no, I need you to understand. I was in the bathroom taking
Yeah,
a
he was
shit when
AFK.
TD messaged me.
He comes back. He's like, "You ever get a message while you're in the bathroom that changes the entire trajectory of your life?"
Yeah.
Where do the dead bodies of the kids go? Doesn't the scooper have a giant fucking like tank under it? Let me go see.
Yeah.
Scooper blueprint.
Whether or not anyone thinks that the fun times successfully capture kids, that's definitely what they're intended to do. That's what the scooper is
Yeah,
for.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of them, is to capture
Yeah.
kids.
Like, people,
Yeah.
the
So I
community just kind of
imagine
assumes that they don't succeed.
chat. There literally is a giant cauldron at the base of the remnant reservoir, which keeps the remnant heated. I'm assuming the kids go and get boiled in the giant cauldron.
Oh. How many of them do you think are still alive when they enter the boiling cauldron?
Surely they're all
More
dead
than
by
zero.
then.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, chat. The remnant reservoir, the scooper literally has a giant fucking cold remnant reservoir, keeps it heated. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm assuming the reason that trace remnant is left on the scooper is because they wanted to serve the double purpose of keeping the robots functioning.
So like it heals them.
and possessing them. Yeah. So like
Yeah.
he doesn't want to break the shit, and also he does want them to be immortal. So I'd say it serves. And I talked about this with Withered Circle a while ago. Pickle Pepper, you're wrong in that it's not a tube, it's an arm. The remnant reservoir is an entirely separate structure. There is no tube on the scooper. It's an arm. It's an arm and base. There is no tube. So I know you're thinking of it like a pipette. Like it goes from the remnant reservoir. If you look at the diagram, the arm and base is not connected to the cauldron at all. Where the remnant is, the arm isn't connected to at all. You can look at the blueprint. The arm doesn't go into D, it only goes into C. So I would disagree because there is no tube. So I would say that they get scooped, and then the scooper just dumps them into the cauldron. I would say that's how it works.
Yeah, and someone else is saying, if we're talking about textual evidence, Han Usenet explicitly says that they're being shocked because they misbehave, not because they need to be shocked. Phone Guy also says that the animatronics aren't haunted, they're just a bit quirky at night. Like, we can never take what the tutorial character says at face value.
I would say that is also that just could have a deeper meaning. Ask yourself, why are they misbehaving? You know, why are they agitated? Because well, I'm saying you're correct. We are shocking them because they're agitated. But what has caused them to become that way? Scooping
Is the
kids.
Mount of Mass Grave. Is the Mount of Mass Grave of all of the children? Asks Daniel.
Yes. I would imagine the scooper is dumping them into the cauldron thing. Because it is not connected
he means
to
Midnight Motorist.
No, I'm talking to Pickle
Midnight
Pepper.
Motorist Mound.
I'm still arguing with Pickle.
Motorist.
I'm still arguing with one guy.
Midnight Motorist Mound Mass Grave, question mark?
But no, Pickle Pepper, don't feel weird. I have seen that interpretation before, that like the arm is actually like a syringe. It's just an arm. It's just a joint. It is called the scooper, so I imagine it has to go into its remnant, scoop the remnant, and then put that remnant in. So it's like taking out of its set like this. Shlung, shlung. I'm giving a live demonstration. Shlung, 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 shlung. This is the content you like, Chad. This is the content you gave me $40 for.
Yeah.
Shlung.
You want better content? Give more money.
Seriously.
$40. I'll take my shirt off right now. All right.
Dude, don't do that. That might happen.
No, I'm not kidding.
Someone
Don't
might
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's
Don't
too
do it.
late.
Don't do it.
You might get a $40 donation if you say that. I'm not even
Yeah,
joking.
but I might need like to be employed someday. Yeah, I mean, I could just apply it like
Yeah, I'll take the $40.
somewhere that needs physical labor, you know. Alrighty.
But do you, especially if 5 Laps at Freddy's is correct and Midnight Motorist is 87, do you think that the mound could be this mass grave?
of a bunch of dead
I
kids'
could-
bodies?
It'd be really funny. That would be the funniest outcome. I can't even lie.
Nah, that'd be crazy. I feel like
Bro, I
Had to
saw a
go to my
donation come in, and I
second
really
fucking
thought it was
numbers.
going to be $40 when I looked over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the 4 and I got scared.
yeah, B-dubs, it was a good stream.
Yeah, B-dubs, you missed a lot, bro. You got to go back 2 hours.
Can
Go
we
watch
see-
the whole thing. It was good.
Can we see the scooper in game? Barely.
That's $35 more.
I was gonna. Can we see the scooper in game? You can barely see it.
It looks like an
Yeah.
excavator arm. Like I don't know what
It
these
does.
do. It scoops you out and then it probably tips
Yeah, but
backward.
we
and
don't
drops
see the.
you in some
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it scoops you and it drops you in its little cauldron, and then it melts your body. This is why I don't think it's a grave. I think your body literally gets melted.
All right, that's another
7
$2.
out of 40.
Tyrion's
7 out
way
of
to do the
40.
video. We got it
33 more.
All right. What are our thoughts? I think that's good though. Oh yeah,
I think we
and
covered
then
everything.
Molten Freddy has the most remnant, but you could say that either way, whether it's like the MCI
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
oh my god, do you hear my
So
voice?
do
I'm so
you-
shocked.
Yeah, I do. But, okay, did
Yeah,
you
we
say
better-
everything
we
that we
better
put
wrap
down on the
this up
Google
before
Doc?
we-
What'd you say?
Okay, because you wrote all this down on like a Google Doc last night. Did we go over everything?
Wait, there's swear words written.
did
There
we-
were swear words written on that Google Doc. I don't want to get demonetized.
Okay, pull it up on your
Wait a
phone,
minute,
bro.
wait a minute.
Mhm.
So, did we talk about Funtime Freddy sucking on the electricity?
Yes.
Did we connect that to the week before when we talked about it?
No.
Ooh. To escape?
Okay,
Mhm.
go off.
All right, yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna take a break. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Good night, chat.
So, when we realized like he was probably sucking on the electricity, my immediate thought was that in the week before, they are overcharging themselves because they have a plan to leave, which is what these animatronics already have in Sister Location. They want to leave, which is why they steal your body. They want to be able to get out of there. So if he's overcharging himself in the breaker room to get all that juice so they can leave. What? Oh no, not again. For the shame pot is crazy.
Yo, stop.
You can't escape this.
So we know it's something to do with his power module when the technicians get hurt the next day. If he's overcharged himself, they could have been friggin' zapped when they tried to remove his power module.
Bring up the 6 to 8 weeks thing.
Yeah, so I was looking
6 to 8 weeks.
into yes, it's 6 to 8 weeks in physical therapy. So when I was looking into, what happens when you get zapped like that, that is along the lines of how long it takes to heal from a moderate electric incident. It's about 6 to 8 weeks. And because of the effect on the muscles and the fact that it often causes burns, you will typically need physical therapy if you get shocked like that.
How does this explain the Ruin Scooper? Clearly, you've never watched Lefty DCI.
Clearly, you've
Oh
never
my
watched
God.
Lefty
I
DCI.
couldn't begin to- Well, listen. The Ruin Scooper doesn't even have a
Or
reservoir.
Googery.
The Ruin Scooper doesn't have a reservoir. I don't know what. It's a completely different machine, from what I can tell.
Yeah, it's just a different thing
It's
entirely.
almost like it does something else.
Okay, so
It's almost like it has one specific purpose.
would you guys say in this
So-
theory that Molten MCI still has remnant from the not Molten MCI that
I
Molten
would,
Freddy
I
still
would.
has remnant from the MCI kids in it?
Yes.
I would.
It's just also a lot. It's just also a lot more.
Okay, so what do you guys think that the Candy Cadet story in Pizza Sim is about the kind old man who stitches the bodies into the
Lefty.
coffin?
Lefty.
Do you think
Oh
that's
no!
Lefty
Oh no!
DCI?
Oh no!
Yo, don't get me started on Lefty DCI right now, Gibby.
Okay,
I
so
will
you-
help him go off.
I made like 35 minutes total of
Okay.
content out of this.
We can make more.
Okay.
I referenced that in my April Fool's video as well.
You have me begrudgingly sold on this.
Are there
not so much
4
Lefty DCI.
Are there 4 or
Like,
5
come on.
enemies? Are there 4 or 5 enemies in FNaF 6?
4.
Ah,
4.
tits.
Yeah, it's Scrap
Cool.
Baby, Scrap Trap, Molten Freddy, and Lefty.
The man could only afford 1 coffin, so we stitched the bodies together.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally Lefty DCI. I don't
He
know
put
what
them
you're
all in
talking
Lefty.
about. They're
Lefty
in
DCI.
Lefty.
All roads lead to the DCI.
because no matter what way you look at that, no matter which way you look at it, Henry shouldn't be making
unless you
molten
wanna
MCI
count-
anyway.
Unless you want to count Mike, and then the building's the coffin, but
No, it's stupid.
it's Lefty DCI.
It's Lefty DCI.
Stitch the fuck. Aren't there 5 fun
Too many
times?
more
Aren't there
being
aren't there
Hayes. I don't
5
know
fun
what you
times?
said.
Aren't there 5 fun times that make
No.
up Ennard?
No.
Oh, there is. There's Elizabeth, the baby AI. No, but then they split. Then they split. Yeah, they split.
Unless you're counting Bon.
Oh wait, $5 more.
Well, no, because we
Oh,
had
we're at
the,
14.
when we looked at the eyes, there were the 5 eyes in it, and one of them was the hand puppet.
One of them was
eye.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Bonnet
And
is in there.
puppets are people too.
Yeah, Bonnet's in there.
So that
Or
could be it.
Bon
That could
Bon.
be it. That could be the 5 things becoming one thing. My
Would
thing
that
is.
make Mike the kind man?
No.
Oh,
I mean, it
but
would,
that would be
but, like,
that would be
that's-
crazy. That'd be crazy.
It also wouldn't make any sense.
No, it would not. I'm just,
It would it would not make
Yeah.
sense in
follow
the
the
context.
train,
Yeah,
that's
the
where you
story.
end up.
Yes.
Yeah, but here's what I
It's
mean.
where you
Yeah,
Peace and gladness.
yeah, but Gibby, I don't think that Molten MCI even works that story anyway because of the characterization of the man.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a man and a burglar. Like you could say like, oh, the man was lying about being nice.
Or the man's Henry or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but
the man-
Henry didn't make Molten MCI. He literally says he has no
Yeah, he
idea how it
didn't
happened.
make
He
that.
literally says, I don't know how they came to inhabit those machines.
Pickle is asking, why is the ruined scooper ending even called that if it's not a scooper at all? Question
It
for
is a
you guys.
scooper.
Is it called the
Didn't we-
scooper ending in game, or is that just what the
I
fans
was gonna
call it?
say, yeah, I thought we called it that.
It is in
Isn't
the
it
file?
called the scooper in the files?
Is it actually?
I'll check.
I don't know.
I'll check
I'm
right
like
now.
90% sure it
I
is.
forgot at this
Mike
point.
Dodgerfer. If you count the puppet and Lefty separately, you have to count everything in Molten Freddy separately.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Lefty DCI.
Man could only afford
Same.
one call.
In fact, I made it.
I would hope that you watched it at least once.
How do you explain the fact that Ballora and Funtime Foxy avoided being shocked on Night 5 by tricking Hand Unit with the technician's corpses? That's not what they did.
They didn't avoid being shocked.
Hand
You
Unit
don't need to
says
shock them.
No,
Yeah.
I'll explain it.
Okay.
Hand Unit says that you don't need to shock them because they were not scheduled to do anything today. Like they were not scheduled for an event today, so they wouldn't have ever needed to be shocked. That's why you don't shock Baby on night 3. Like on night 3, Hand Unit says there's no reason to visit Circus Baby tonight or something like that because she was available, so she didn't do anything. She didn't go get more remnant.
Yeah, I have no idea what the Candy Cat story could mean. Because
It's Lefty.
it barely made sense with Molten MCI anyway.
It's just Henry and Lefty.
Fun. How do you find, like, if I want to find Hand Unit's dialogue, what would I search for?
Just
Hand
look up
Unit
Hand Unit
dialogue.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get a drink really fast. We could talk
Yeah,
for
go
a,
ahead.
we could talk
Yeah.
for a little bit more before ending the stream. I'll stay on and talk
Yeah,
to
yeah.
chat for a bit. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm dying.
Trying to find.
Oh wait,
I
I
wanna
have a
find
drink. I have a
basically
drink right next to me.
Hand Unit sister location.
Can we just use this? Go to the server.
I mean, I'm on Hand Unit
Right,
audio.
so
and,
there's
Yeah,
there's Brazil ending, there's neutral ending, there's good ending.
So it's not called the scooper.
Zoom.
It's not
No,
called the
no,
scooper.
it's not. Hang on one
Scoop
second.
ending.
It's called neutral.
FNaF Ruined Scooper. No, but it's called the Scooper for some reason.
Yeah, hang on,
think-
I'm looking for the model.
It might just be the chat. I
I
don't
was gonna say I forgot where the scooper name came from. If
I
it
think
was in the files, or if we just as fans said, "Oh, it looks like the scooper," so it's. the
Well, no,
scooper.
there's no way anyone said it looks like the Scooper because it doesn't.
I mean,
It looks nothing like it.
like.
Okay, so night 5, just to make sure chat is aware, you do not shock Ballora or Funtime Foxy.
You don't even get
just
asked to.
look at them.
You don't even get asked to.
Yeah, you don't
only
ask
look
them.
at them and you see the hanged bodies.
Because it's a maintenance day.
Yeah.
Also, at that point, I believe they're already inside Ennard. Because
Mhm.
Baby is like, Ballora has already been here today. So, like, I think they're already
Yeah,
Ennard at that
But
point.
Hand Unit wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Guys, I think Foxy's a good guy.
Are they just being quiet? I have spoken too much and now my lungs hurt.
Apparently, it is called the Scooper ending in the files. That's what I'm seeing.
Tragic.
Scratch.
Minus aura. Yeah, there's no reservoir though, and there's no scoop.
So okay, I think I've seen a couple people
This was
say
made by
something
someone
like this.
else.
So Calf Bean is asking, they're confused how the kidnapped kids become remnant when they just die and possess the animatronic. Yes. So they die and possess the animatronic. So in this case, it would be Funtime Freddy or Baby, probably. They die and possess the animatronic. So that animatronic's metal now has their remnant in it. And so what the scooper does is it extracts the remnant from their metal by bashing them to pieces, and then extracting remnant.
Flops
however
it
you
in
do
their
that.
cauldron.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah.
William in the books, William has remnant in a syringe, and then he injects that into Funtime Freddy's like metal chest, and then it just heals it. So
I
like,
would
remnant's,
also.
like, whatever.
I would also not be surprised if it just dumps the kid's body in the
I'm also
cauldron as
seeing
well, for good measure.
Stuffing ending.
What are you saying? Stuffing? What?
I've seen
Stuffing
good
ending.
ending. I've seen stuffing ending. I'm yet to find where it calls it the scooper ending.
Are you looking
Stuffer.
in the files?
In the real
Yeah.
game.
The stuffer.
I'm in the game files
Hacker.
right now.
Okay, did they
Because
change it?
the button you press is called stuffing ending switch.
Okay, it had to have been changed at some point then, because like everyone always said scooper endings.
That's
There's
why
no way
I
that
hate
was just
the files
Well-
because we can't verify it ourselves.
Yeah.
Stuffer is wild.
It sucks.
Stuffer makes less sense because you're not doing
The
that.
opposite. You're doing the opposite. You're doing like
Yeah,
you're putting some more
taking
souls
him
in.
out.
Like I get if it was called an injector, because that's
Yeah,
what that
so-
thing looks like. It looks like a syringe.
So Ming, that would be a counterfactual. Like, because they're tricking Hand Unit, and Hand Unit believes they're on the stage, he doesn't ask us to shock them. So we don't know if he would have asked us to shock them if they weren't on the stage.
I just don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
Kate,
I just
can you
don't, 'cause
check what
he
the asset
he
is
asks
called?
us not to he asks us not to shock Circus Baby, like even though she knows
Which
she's there.
asset?
Yeah,
Of the scooper and
we
Ruin.
don't have information. Not
No.
having information doesn't mean that the opposite of the claim is true. It's a counterfactual.
And Hand Unit still believes they're on the stage as well. Hand Unit still believes they're on the stage because he thinks that
Yes.
Funtime Foxy is in Funtime
Yes.
Auditorium.
So what chat is saying is that because Hand Unit thinks they're on stage and behaving, he's not asking them to
Oh wait,
shock.
I can
not
debunk that
shock
so
them.
easily. That comment intrinsically implies that being shocked has something to do with being on stage. It doesn't.
Well, it's behaving.
Well, no, you shock them because they're off stage. So it's not that like so there would be no motion sensors that are tricked, right?
Yeah.
Or is it? Does it only shock them when they're on stage? Does it only shock them when they're on stage?
You shock them when they're not on stage, and it gets them.
Oh,
on
okay,
stage.
never mind. I thought it had something to do with behavior.
Well, yeah, you shock them because
I mean, it could just be that the like bodies that are hanging there are like activating those motion sensors for something being on stage, and that there's nothing triggering that it's like anything off stage. Because
I just think it's strange because even when Baby is on night 3, Hand Unit thinks that Baby is like on her stage. How do I describe it? Fuck, it's so annoying. I'm trying to put this into words.
it's okay. Take your time.
I'm having
It's
a hard
okay,
time.
Rocky. You go when you feel like it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
I just don't think it tells us
I
one way.
I
or
don't think
another.
it's as simple as if they're not on stage, they get shocked always. Like I think it is directly connected to if they're booked or not. That day.
They are only shocked when they are both misbehaving, not on stage, and also had been booked that
the
day.
two conditions are always met together.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no instance in
Okay,
which one
texture
but not the other.
DLC scooper.
that's what it's called. Okay, nice.
Extra DLC scoop. Okay. Sorry, chat. I'm running real slow right now. I drained my energy.
Yeah, how much sleep did you actually end up getting, anyways?
Not
'Cause
much,
we
and
were
I worked like a 10-hour shift.
Jeez. But then you quit because you knew this stream was going to change the course of your life.
Oh, I
Did you
I quit my. I don't need it. I make
Yeah,
way
he
more.
did.
I make way more doing this.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone right now, donate. What do we need? 30.
No, stop.
We need 31 more.
I'm not.
$31 more.
I'm not that kind
No,
of
I think
guy.
we need even less. I think we need like 26 actually.
Stop.
I think we need like 5.
I'm not that kind of guy. It was a joke. It was a joke.
I still can't believe that one guy donated 100 Canadian.
Dude, we gotta do
That
that,
was
after
crazy.
Secret of the Mimic. We gotta do that.
Yeah, dude, I'm down whatever. You just let me know.
But yeah, Chet, that was
Who
today's
else
idea.
did we say we're getting on that?
We're forcing Gibby to do it, apparently.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, it was Gibby and
doing?
Unwithered, right?
Oh yeah, reacting to
To listen to all
FNaF,
of the-
every
to
FNaF
listen to
fan
all the
song.
Oh,
Bro, it's gonna take so long.
I know.
I haven't heard a single one of them, as you guys learned earlier today on my stream.
Oh,
Never
don't worry,
heard of
it'll be
FNAF
great.
song.
Oh, lovely.
Besides the goat. Besides Jackie's
Really?
box. Yeah, I was talking about this. I was interviewing Withered Circle earlier, and he is significantly younger than me, and so we were talking about like our experiences growing up in the fandom. And I'm like, listen, the game came out when I was 18. I never watched FNAF fan songs or Minecraft role plays or these VHS things. You know, I don't know any. I know Matt Pat, and that's it.
Okay, and then I found another place where it's called the Scooper Ending specifically.
Yeah, so it is the scooper ending.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's interesting. It's got three
About
different names.
what that one guy said. Isn't there a night where Ballora is in pieces being held by the mini Renas,
she's
but
being
is
held by the mini Renas,
still
yes.
on stage, and yet you still have to shock
And you
her.
still have to shock
Yeah,
her, yeah.
yeah.
I remember
So
that
the
now.
motion sensor should be triggered because there's pieces of her everywhere on stage.
Yeah.
But you still have to shock her. So I don't think it's directly connected to if there's like a pressure plate or something.
Yeah, so I think it actually is just like going off of the schedule.
I think so. Checkmate, FNAFers.
Checkmate FNAFers. It kind of comes down to, is there like a real person speaking behind hand unit? Like, is there a real person looking at the cameras, seeing how everything is? Or is it just like all automated?
It's the Mimic.
The Mimic.
The Mimic.
Get ready for that retcon.
Oh, please.
Because that's what it comes down to, right?
What about like stitching the kitten back together and putting it back in the shoebox with the other kittens,
What about
as it were?
What about it?
Is that like?
Are we going on the? Are we going on a Candy Cadet?
Is that Leonard?
I'm here for it.
Leonard allegory.
Love me some Candy Cadet.
God.
I could see that.
I gotta pull up all of the Candy Cadet stories.
So if the boy is Mike and then the snake is William, and then that's him putting Elizabeth together.
All right, chat. I'm turning my screen dark to order Uber Eats. I'm hungry.
Oh my god.
So real.
Should we scam Taco
So
Bell?
real.
Should we scam Taco Bell again?
It's always scamming Taco Bell.
Always
Could private
Taco Bell.
me-
You already sound like
robot?
you're like on the verge of passing out. If you order Taco Bell, you might not wake up.
I hope so. I mean, dude, let's go. That sounds
You got
awesome.
money to
Private
make, bro.
mean. The robot is being sent out to kidnap a kid, but not from an official party. It's breaking into a house like Midnight Motorist. Asks Big King 321.
Well, but
I zoned out for 5 seconds. I heard Midnight Motorist come up. What's
Yeah,
going
what?
on?
they have too many
Instead
toes.
of booked, could private mean that they're out kidnapping a specific child?
Too many
Land
toes.
kid.
Not from a
I think-
party, but break into a house.
Yeah.
Too many toes.
Yeah,
The
too many
FNAF
Too
toes.
many toes.
Well, I mean, Baby does show up in the FNAF 4 house.
Yeah, the FNAF 4 room.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
Nightmare.
dun, dun, dun.
No, Teasers, that's because FNAF 4 Dreamer is Elizabeth,
Oh, so
okay?
true. So true, King.
This has been solved. I had a dream. Matt Pat told me that in a dream.
Yeah.
Chat, all in all, though, nobody has yet presented evidence that directly counters the theory. You could say, like, what if it was this instead?
Yeah.
But there's nothing that's like, this is why it's flawed. Which, to me, says it's a pretty good theory, literally.
I think that the two interpretations, like this one and then the one that community has believed for 10 years, which is that they just happen to never kidnap kids,
Yeah.
that one is much more digestible
This one has
and
more evidence now.
better. this one answers the question of what Baby was talking about when she said something bad happened. Something bad always happens. Because the other perspective would have to just be that she's lying, which obviously she does lie.
And it makes use of more stuff Scott has made. It makes use of more of what Scott made.
This does seem to be a lot more following what the game actually says, as opposed to just hand-waving things away because they're
controversial.
They're annoying to deal with. Inconvenient, that's the perfect word.
I would say, I know it fucks with the Midnight Motorist interpretation. Sorry, I know it fucks with the Candy Cadet interpretation a little bit. But I would say that there are more kids than just the 5 in the Fun Times.
It also, like, I know that you're currently doing a whole project analyzing Scott's writing, but, like, I know a lot of people who especially don't like the books being canon are like, oh, it's so silly that, like, in Lonely Freddy and Phasgu, there's all these kids disappearing. Wouldn't people notice? But, like, if Scott has already embedded in the rules of his universe that 50 kids can go missing in a single town and no one will bat an eye, you know, like it's Derry and It or something.
Yeah.
And,
Like-
and the quote, suffer.
It happens
like,
in the books.
Yeah, the quote, suffer like so many of the others, implies more than 5.
Yeah, it implies like a lot.
Suffer
5
like
is not a lot.
so many of the others. I feel like that's a weird thing to say if you have like, if I have 5 drinks, if I have 5 empty Coke cans, and I drink a 6th Coke can, and I go, man, that Coke can was so good, like so many of the others, and I point at my small collection of 5 cans. I feel like that's odd language. So
I think you just wrote your own Candy Cadet story. The once was a man.
the
who
5
drank
can
5
sodas,
Dr.
the 6th
Peppers.
soda, he thought it was
drank a
very
6th
good.
soda. He called it Andrew.
He called it a good
No.
Andrew soda.
Cryo, you're getting picked on in chat by Frog.
I saw. I'm mad about it.
Yeah, there's a FCI now, the Fun Time Children Incident. more like an epidemic by the sounds of it.
Yeah. That'd be good. The
Fascinating.
missing children epidemic.
What they have become. Let me go listen to. I want to listen to
that'd be
his
good
AR
too.
voice lines. Oh wait, I'm ordering Uber Eats. Entertain my chat. I need this deluxe box.
What's good, chat? It's your boy. TD's scamming the people right now.
That's what you need to do.
Chat, ask us more questions.
And... Wait, I can't say that.
Yeah, no, you can't say
Worse if I
that.
say that. It's worse if I say it.
Only I'm allowed to make those threats.
Jaxolotl says, I don't disagree because it's inconvenient. I disagree because the other kids are never acknowledged.
Except in the
I would
text of the
say-
game.
I would say that I think they mean in the grave ending at the end of
Oh, okay.
the final
That's-
UCN.
Okay.
I think that if you believe, like, Dave and Elizabeth aren't acknowledged. Oh, but those
Yeah,
are
I was
active
gonna
kids,
say.
so they don't count. The DCI people aren't acknowledged. Oh, well, what if the DCI didn't happen? Andrew's not acknowledged. Oh, well, the books aren't canon. Like, you're
Very,
already
very
making
true,
so
very true.
many...
I need to go off on a tangent real quick. Chat,
I also have something to say.
Chat, just type 1 if you think the DCI is a retcon. I'm feeling ban happy. Type 1 if you think the DCI is a retcon right now. Stand on business. Stand on
What do you
it.
mean, what do you mean by retcon?
Explain what you mean.
Like,
While
it
you
wasn't-
guys
It didn't happen. As in the DCI didn't happen.
Before tonight, I didn't think the DCI...
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, you're lucky. I cannot. I can't get you, Gibby.
Wait, I've converted Gibby to believing the DCI could be a possibility.
Yeah.
I want to say, somebody said, I think it was somebody named Daniel, said, where are all the cops? Because if so many kids were taken.
That's a
it would
great
be, like, a big-
question.
Now, I want to
It's
point
almost
out,
like all the
because
police of this universe know.
No. I have an explanation for this, right? Because this
too.
is an automated process. They're going to be, no matter what, when they go out, they're going to be getting the shocks. When they could potentially have grabbed somebody, they're going to be getting scooped just in case, because no one can check, right? So it doesn't mean that every single time they did successfully navigate.
You're getting 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
Let's see. You're
Okay,
getting 10
so
seconds.
This has not changed my perspective of when Sister Location takes place. I still think Sister
You're
Location
getting
takes
10
place
seconds.
the week that FNaF 2 happens. Or the week before
Week
FNaF 2
of
happens.
FNaF 2.
I think that Sister Location is happening while William is the night guard in FNaF 2. Which
That
I
still
think
works.
people will be happy about
You're
that for
getting
2
10
reasons.
seconds.
One, it means that Circus Baby Entertainment and Rental is only operational for like 2 years, so there's not 1,000 missing kids. There's only maybe a couple dozen from this process. And 2, in FNaF 2, Phone Guy says, whatever's going on out there has nothing to do with our establishment.
Oh my god. Because if they are kidnapped, if the fun times are
Yep.
Nothing to do with
Never
their
thought of-
establishment.
I never thought of that.
It's Fun Time, Freddy, and Baby.
Granted, that would be a Scott Con, but it would be a pretty lit one.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was just about the DCI.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good interpretation.
Well, now it's
Because if they have been kidnapping kids outside, then yeah.
That's under $2.
New
We're getting
theory.
closer.
Another
another
two.
two, another two.
Another $2.
What's the number? What is it at now? How close are we?
We're at I think we're at like
No.
$18.
Yeah, like
Oh,
$17.
God, that's nothing. All right,
Jack,
I'll lower it to 30.
Okay, Tarian, we think that Ennard is the project that is listed in the the source code. It's like Project Directory 3.
I think William knew Ennard was going to happen.
And I think Michael was sent down to make Ennard happen. And I think Mike knew what he was walking into.
And that answers the age-old question: why didn't Michael just dodge the scooper? Because he was ready for it. He knew what he was getting into.
Yeah,
he knew what he was
doing.
getting into.
DCI stands for doesn't canonically happen. Yeah, Chaz, you're getting you're getting 10 seconds, buddy.
I think that one deserves a minute. I think that one
Reflect on what you've
deserves a minute.
done. Oh, Tarian just donated another 2.
Tarian, why do you have so much money?
Yeah, why are you donating them in $2?
Gaby predicting my theory.
I love that.
I don't know what he's referring. There's the big delay, so I don't know what they're responding to.
Enters a prophecy.
I think the DCI kidnapping. Oh, is that it? Is it? I think it's over.
you're
I think it's
cooked.
over.
You're
I think it's
Oh my
over.
God. Those are $5 each.
Yeah,
aren't they?
Dreadmaster is $5, so 5 times 5 is 25. It's
That's
over.
yeah.
Okay.
That's you've
Okay.
done it. You've
right.
hit the 40.
All right. Oh Christ. Okay.
Hey, at least you don't need to make Mayo theory.
Luckily,
that's
I don't
rating.
currently have an employer, so this won't hurt me. All right, enjoy chat.
You also happen to be male, so it wasn't likely to
That's
hurt
true.
you.
I won't get roasted on Twitter. They won't call me like. All right,
You don't get called a stripper, bro.
I'm cam girling.
No. Anyway,
All right, there, chat.
yes.
Hold on, wait, it hasn't happened for me yet.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the
Are
stream
you
to catch
happy,
up.
chat?
We're hyped. Yes.
There you go.
Chat
I
seems
can't
happy.
wait to see that reaction.
Oh my god, dude, they're fucking insane, dude. Chat, I have been hard at work in the gym, so I hope I look like something, because I have been hard at work. So.
Okay. Chat brings up something. Oh, they're about to see the shirt. They're
Oh,
about to see it.
yeah, just
Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off! All right, I'm safe.
I
I'm
can't
safe.
wait.
I'm safe. I'm
Chat's
safe. I'm
catching
safe.
up.
I'm safe. I'm safe.
Chat's catching up. Hold on.
I turned the camera off.
Chat's going.
Oh, it's going so fast all of a sudden.
I'm a married spud. I'm a married
Yeah,
spud.
I saw that with you. Puff dreads. Oh my god.
TD, how tired are
dude,
you
someone
going
did
into this?
someone did like 14 tongues.
1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's like 22.
TD, how fucking tired are you that you actually
Yeah.
agreed to this?
There are a couple of people who are like, oh, I don't know how to react, unsure of age. He is an adult.
I'm
He's an adult.
21. I'm 21.
Oh my gosh.
No,
we
real
would not have
thought.
let him do this if he was under the age of.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely
honestly, 20.
not.
Yeah, no.
The only reason that happened is because he's done stuff like that before. This was not him being pressured into doing this for the first time.
I think it's the first time it's happened on stream.
average
theorist
FNaF theorist build. I'm mid goon. I'm mid goon.
You went up like at least 30 viewers, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody said 432. It's definitely 463 now.
Are you fucking
went up 30
serious?
viewers.
That's insanity. That is insanity.
Cool. Can you fight Freddy Fazbear?
Listen, Chad, that took hours of FNaF theorizing to achieve that physique.
Does T-Dreads use remnant or are they natural gains?
That's fucking funny.
Bro, you're remnant juicing?
You're using remnant to get your gains? Jaxlotto no longer respects me. Jaxlotto, I'm sorry. $40 is $40.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I like that one. This man can drink and stripped on camera sober.
Jaxlotto, you could respect me. They don't even know what I look like yet.
You can respect me.
Chad, did something happen? Did something happen, Chat?
Well, Chat was asking. Chat was
have been
asking
one.
you, T-Dreads, how this theory meshes with God Victim.
God victim.
God victim?
I don't think it affects God victim, does it?
Trying to think.
What does God Victim say about this theory?
I don't think William ever kills a bunch of kids. So I don't understand what would inspire it. That's the thing.
I'm dropping something I saw in chat in the side chat right now.
Oh Christ.
Someone said, think about your husband. Is he implying that you're my husband? I'm confused.
Can you bench press FNaF for crying child?
Everyone knows that with their
Probably.
I'm confused.
Bro.
Oh, that's actually so nice. My heart is so warm.
AI generated.
My heart is so warmed by the kind comments
theory.
that are not about my physical appearance.
That's what those are.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Chat.
Mimic.
You can stop donating now. It's over. Stop. Thank you, but geez.
Darian, still you feel in love with the game.
I refreshed the page to get the AI chat summary for you.
Oh no.
Oh, what is it?
What is it?
Viewers are reacting in disbelief and excitement to T-Dreads' physical appearance and strength.
Yo, somebody say
screenshot that, please.
Hyperdroid just went dead silent as Memphis started.
Hyperdroid passed out, bro.
I'm just listening, man.
Viewers are reacting in disbelief to T-Dread's physical appearance and strength.
Please pin that in this Discord forever.
That is so fucking. That is hilarious. I'm
Some
saying
are
that.
complimenting him while others are questioning his intentions.
Wait, where's that?
My viewer was slightly different. I just refreshed.
Okay,
Yeah.
where
That's
is
funny.
that? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Viewers are joking about T-Dreads taking his shirt off and flexing. Some are speculating that it was not T-Dreads, but it's the attractive clone brother.
Wait, grab that screenshot. What?
No, I already passed. No, I missed the best part. At the end it said others are shipping Gibby and T-Dreads.
Oh jeez.
Wait, no, I see it again. Hold on. I got it.
Get
All right,
it.
listen, chat. I will tell you though, so I can regain my aura by doing this. The aura I just lost by doing that, I will regain it. For the charity stream, I'm gonna end up doing. One of the donation goals will be I have to do a full workout routine on camera for charity.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that one for sure.
Yeah.
Which is stronger, Fredbear's jaw or T-Dreads' strength?
Could you have saved the crying child? Could you have unhinged his jaw?
Yeah.
In time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
So okay, this panda guy said, "Gibby, it about the Funtime kidnappings being in '87." I don't know what you're referring to.
He was talking about his theory, the theory you're talking about. You were saying the fun times were like outside kidnapping kids in '87.
Oh yeah, that could be what Phone Guy is talking about. I'm just connecting dots. Like I'm not saying this is a coherent or like likely theory or even what I believe. I'm just connecting dots, man.
Tarian apparently has no more money. Hey Tarian, we appreciate it.
Tarian, I don't need any more. That was more than enough. I like the chat. The chat is perfectly split between disgust and like hype at what just happened.
Mm-hmm. 100 buff helpies versus 1 buff T-Dreads.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that a good note? I think that's a good note to end on.
I think it's a good note to end it on.
Yeah, it's a good note.
You broke the community. You broke the internet.
Yeah,
you're ruining everyone's.
I broke AI. You guys are gonna see that in your dreams tonight.
My God.
Oh my goodness. All right, chat. Everyone say mimic. Everyone say mimic.
Everyone say mimic.
In 30 seconds, everyone say mimic.
In 30 seconds, everyone say Lucario on 300.
Lucario 300.
T-Dreads can 1v1 the Mimic, FNaF Gymnastics, Gibson Horror Home Dreads, and the Afton family.
What? Who said that? What is?
Please just look at the Discord. Just look at the Discord.
Is it another AI summary?
Gibson Horror Home Dreads is killing me.
Gibson Horror Home. Viewers in the chat are discussing various topics like T-Dread and his physical appearance, whether T-Dreads can 1v1 the Mimic, FNaF Gymnastics, Gibson Horror Home Dreads, and the Afton family.
Alright, chat's caught up.
Alright, chat. That's the end of the stream. Thank you. I would say I feel bad, but I kind of don't because I put a lot of work into
You made
today.
money out of that.
I put a lot. No, we worked hard for this theory, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's fine.
How much money did you make on this stream?
I don't know yet.
Amount,
no,
bro.
since I use Streamlabs, I won't know till like tomorrow. You literally can't check. It's so annoying.
That's cringe.
Anyway, chat. Now I'm going into hiding. I said I was going into hiding last time. I'm going into hiding now. 2-hour video coming out soon. The many interpretations of FNaF lore.